What's up? How's everybody doing tonight? Kind of a last minute pop-up live after Destroyer's there. His don't go too long all the time. So I've sent a couple people the link on Instagram. So if y'all want to join in, join in. If not, that's okay too. How's everybody doing out there? You get Monster Russ, Bubba, Corey, hey man, and Jason. Everybody doing on this fine Tuesday evening? Doing all right, Jason. Appreciate it. Monster Russ channel plugging. Man, he was getting it bad the other night. We're going to talk about, this LS project that we got coming up in April. We got plenty of time for that. So, yeah, just a little brief talking about it maybe. And then we're going to look at this truck that I just bought. Got it in last night. It's pretty rough. Pretty rough. So, maybe we'll get some more people popping in here, Let's see. Jace said, "So where you at on that?" Well, we're still a while way out on the Volvo. What kind of truck? It's the thumbnail. It's a 97 Ram. I'm gonna show a little video here in a minute. I'm trying to get everything situated still. Get some more people in here real quick. But it's a 97 single cab Dodge Ram. Pretty basic stuff. We did on whose live was we on last night? I don't even remember. Whoever's live was on last night, I went ahead loading it. Yeah, on the Dodge. Yep. No, it's 2-wheel drive, Jason. Pretty basic stuff. Let's do it this way. If you can't Dodge, might as well ram it. That's right, Clint. Old sealant. Let's see. Is that the right? Let's see. Probably hear me. Man, I don't think I want to do nothing to this truck. Let's see. I've got the, if anybody wants to jump in, I just posted the link. And, I can't pin it. See why I can't. I think it's a 3. It's the Magnum 5.9 or whatever, 5.2 maybe even. Let's see. $360. Honestly, Corey and Jason, I don't know. It's $318, $360. It's and I don't even know. It's 5.9 or the 5.2. It's a Magnum. It's a 97. So I'd have to look it up to be honest with you. I just don't know. Go out there and look at it, I guess. Okay. Yeah. Could be a decent coin if it's 5.9. You're right. What's up, John? How's it going? Yeah, I'm gonna Snyder. How's it going? I've got the link up top. Anybody wants to join in? I'll go ahead and get this video ready to share. In fact, let me share the picture first, I guess. Hold on. We can talk about that a little bit before we jump onto the video. Because you guys probably don't even know what I'm talking about. There we go. Well, I guess I have to share my entire screen. Oh, boy. All right. There it is. You guys can see it now, right? That is it. It's like I said, 97, short wheelbase, single cab. No rust or anything like that. This body's pretty straight. They cut the exhaust off right behind the cats, so it's pretty loud. Starts and run pretty good. It's a decent price, Snyder's. I've got about, I guess, 7 in it. So, oh, let me pull up this video. What did I do? Why do I do these things to myself? 1997 Dodge Ram. Doesn't look too bad. This is the problem right here, though. A little trash in the back. You know, that's doable. There's an exhaust pipe. That's probably why it's no things. I didn't open this door. Just kind of, you're just going to push it open because it doesn't latch. No door panels. Yeah, well, I think all the Dodge seats are like that, so that's not too expected, but all kind of speaker wires running. No center console, no door panel. Dash is gone. Headliner's messed up. This interior's garbage. But it's pretty straight body. Runs and drives good. So we're going to try to build this interior on a cheap budget. And we'll see what we can come up with. So there we go, guys. It's don't shine a blue light. Yeah, the interior is pretty rough there, gentlemen, to say the least. So, we got Monster Russ popping in on here. What's up, Bob?
Howdy.
I was gonna say you were talking about going live on my channel after the show. Nobody gonna jump over.
I was gonna say let's go on to mine, but then I thought about was it yesterday that we was like, oh, we can only have 6, and when Robert got booted, I had to jump on, and then I know World Streets was like, he was there chilling, so they're like, yeah, let's get somebody that could talk. So there's not enough room, so I was like, we'll go on to Cletus's. But then I was like, man, I need some watch hours though.
Oh well, we could have went over the years, man.
But no big deal. Plenty of time for watch hours.
Definitely 700, Snyder. I know if I spent 7, I'd be sick.
But,
Dodge Maverick. Probably not. I'll probably just get this interior okay and then sell it cheap.
So Cletus, today you seemed a bit disappointed on that Dodge. Now
I was pretty disappointed.
Now I want to know if today your disappointment was more disappointed, or did you see it in the daylight, hear it a little bit better, get to drive it a little bit more and say it wasn't as bad as I thought? Which direction did it go today?
The interior is worse, but the drivetrain's good. It does shift out fine and all that. So.
Okay. Well, yeah, I was, from looking at it, I know you were a little shaky on the transmission, but that's good though. That at least look, I'll tell you this: I would rather have a car that mechanically is good, and that interior and stuff is something that anybody can.
Yeah. Well, I've got to go to the junkyard. I'm going tomorrow, and just to see what parts I can find out there. The local junkyard charges $15 door panel, so that'll probably be cheaper than building door panel even. So.
Okay, yeah, just get some.
It is a short bed, yep.
Get some super clean and.
I'm really not too worried about it all, honestly. I'll clean it up, repair the interior a little bit, get the door where it shuts, and it'll be for sale cheap.
It's not for your nephew, right?
I'll probably put it online for $2,200 and let somebody talk me down to 18 or 16 or whatever and be gone.
For what it is, it's a cool little work truck. Somebody can, throw some parts or whatever they got to, use it for. It's cool. And, if somebody does want to clean it up, I don't think cleaning it up is even too hard either. Just, body work, paint it up or whatever.
The body's not even bad. There's like little bitty dents, but nothing major. There's no like big, huge dents. It's just like door dings and stuff. So if somebody wants to build a truck, it'd be a good truck to build. It's pretty solid. The interior's gone, but it's a blank canvas. So,
is it good enough for a 16-year-old nephew to have?
No. Yes. If somebody gave me this truck at 16, I'd be happy with it. But no, I'm probably just going to go and get this one going.
All right.
Yeah, I like what Snyder says here. It's just buy the parts cheap and cheap little truck. Yeah. Yeah, watch them calling out the future right now. Dodge Ram. Short beds will be the next C10s. They are around here. People love them. I know they were saying up in Iowa they're worth nothing, but they don't rust down here like they do up there. So people like them. They sell.
Yeah, here in Texas, I mean, it's pretty much, I feel like we're like the truck land. I mean, you know, we have our own edition of our trim of trucks, you know, Texas edition.
Texas edition.
So, yeah, so, you know, I feel like over here it's truck land. Everybody utilizes the trucks. And, I mean, over here, you can get them really cheap because it's a dime a dozen over here. So I think the market it's saturated.
You know, Arkansas is right beside Texas. We border. So there's not too much different in the vehicles from Texas and Arkansas. I mean, we got the Red River edition here in Arkansas.
Oh, okay. Do you feel like it's saturated over there though? Because over here it's saturated. Like you can't get a truck and really flip it like that unless it's something. Oh my God! Dude.
Really?
I mean, that's how I feel about it. I mean,
man, I don't know the market right now. If it's a truck or an SUV, it don't matter. You're selling it.
I mean, you saw that truck yesterday. I found a Chevy 1500 for like $200. You know.
Shut up, Clint. You don't know nothing about cars, man.
but so yeah, that's what I think. I think it's I think trucks over here. It's just saturated.
Yeah. I think you're right, Bubba. I think this is a great builder. You say it's saturated, but everybody drives trucks over there, right? So as long as the price right, man, you can make some money on them still.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I find them pretty cheap. You know, it's just if I myself was open to more years, I would probably have more trucks. But you know, I love 63, 66.
No, I don't think this one has room for the V10. Honestly, I don't remember paying that much attention to it. I just, made sure everything was good. I am going to have to pull the valve covers off. It's leaking pretty good out of both valve covers, but that's okay. I can do a video on cleaning put some good old seafoam wherever that stuff and putting some seafoam in it, so that'll work out good for me.
So those guys yesterday when they left, they said, "All right, here, you have my number. We can do some more business again." After this, little swapperoo, will it be future business with them?
No. Yeah.
And do you feel like they bamboozled you? Do you feel like
from the pictures they showed, right, and the information they gave, and then when it got here, I'm like, man, this is much worse. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I understand. It's.
You think that?
I probably still would have done it. I just would have been more knowledgeable about it. They could have been more upfront with it, send me better pictures and stuff. But then again, I didn't ask them either. So,
honestly, for what it is and what you have, I don't think that you'll have an issue at all. I think it's another one for the book.
Yeah, and I'm not going to be asking a whole bunch of money for it. So I think once I get it together, I think it'll sell fine. Yeah.
And maybe you could use it to haul some stuff around.
No, I don't think so.
No?
I've got trucks. I don't need that thing. It's gone. I'll sell. The quicker I can get rid of it, the quicker I'll be done with it. So
I hear you. Where's Potato Head at?
I don't know. He didn't message me at all.
Oh, he might be working.
Yeah, I think I'll make at least $1,000 at least on that truck right there.
That's what we need from you, Cletus. We need some videos on your flip.
Yeah, I've done a couple. People just don't seem to be interested in that. I don't know why, but
I see what's his name. Is it Sam Crack? I see him doing that, and Tavis or whatever that other guy's
Royal Vermonter. There's a couple of them that do it, and I watch a lot of them. It just nobody. I mean, at best, I'll get 300 views out of one of them videos. Which if I'm going through and buying it, instead of just doing a flip video of them going through and buying it and showing a little bit of work I'm putting into it, and then just tell what I sell. Them videos usually get 1,000, 3,000, 5,000.
Well, it's unpredictable. You never know, because let me ask you this. I'm going to give you 3 cars, and you tell me which one you think is the most popular. So you have a 1970 split bumper Camaro. You have a 1974 Cadillac Eldorado. And you have a 1969 Fastback Mustang. Now, I want you to go from popular to least popular.
Well, the Camaro, the Mustang, and then the Eldorado. Oh.
Now, that's what you would think, right? So,
what's up, man?
On my videos, it went from it went from Cadillac most popular to fastback.
No, you're not saying build. You're saying just showing off.
Yeah, just showing.
Yeah, I can see how the Cadillac would. I could see that. But as far as a build, I'd definitely say the Camaro.
Yeah, I mean, it just all depends. That's why I'm saying it's unpredictable, so you never know.
Oh yeah.
That's why I'm saying just throw shit to the wall, see what sticks.
Yeah. Well, and this Dodge I just saw you pick up and stuff, like that would be a good flip, and you could even make a couple videos on the interior and stuff and show like even doing something cool with it.
Well, that's what I figure is doing a budget. Like if I can get the whole interior done for less than $120, that's a pretty low budget. So I think that would make good video.
Definitely. But all right, I'm happy to see both of you guys sober on a live together right now. Hey,
yeah, well.
Hey, it's crazy. Hey, Cletus got a little bit lippy. I said, because Snyder, I saw him gone, and I was like, yo, it's not a good look. Like, I was like, yeah, I was like, get him out, man. I was like, dude, Snyder's already, you were gone, man. And I was just thinking about you. And then Cletus turns around and says, man, shut the fuck up, Monster Russ.
Oh, really?
I said, this motherfucker here. And then Rob goes, he's just a little lippy right now. and I was like, man, Cletus went from super calm and cool to fucking straight up disrespectful.
Damn.
I was just like, yeah. I was like, alcohol will do that to you.
I don't.
It
forget.
Does.
Yeah, I didn't forget anything that night, but there's a lot of time that night that I was like, what did I say? I don't remember. So
yeah,
I guess I go back and watch it.
Yeah, it was just funny, and I was thinking about you. I was like, God damn, dude. I was like, I mean, I get drinking and stuff, but you also don't want to be sloppy online either. So I was like,
Well, that's where it's like it gets to a point where it's like, okay, I'm out. It's time.
Yeah.
but with these lives, I think we can all attest to. You can say, "Hey, I'm all right. I'll catch y'all later." And we say, "Hey, real quick before you go, another 30 minutes passes."
Oh man, it can do it quick.
That's a problem, and it's a problem of like you're talking to people who you are starting to build a connection with and have like a friendship with, and so it just becomes a fun time with the guys talking about cars, and so especially that night where it's like, oh, a couple of drinks. It's like, this is just the night with the guys. You just forget about that online presence.
So, let me ask you a question. So, they say if you drink by yourself, you're an alcoholic. Now, if you're drinking by yourself and you're online with friends like this, are you an alcoholic? Oh, so you're not by yourself?
Nah, you're online. It's good.
I didn't consider it by myself. You're with people.
Yeah.
Do you shampoo car? I do sometimes. One, it all depends on the vehicle. I'll clean them up real nice, but I mean, I've had some where I've replaced carpets, and it all depends on what it is and how much. It's got to be a vehicle I can make the money back on. If it's like a cheap car like this truck out here, I'll probably shampoo them, but I probably won't restore all the trim and get it all like perfect looking, because at the end of the day, it's a cheap work truck. And that's what I'm gonna sell it as.
Yeah, Jason, definitely. On the other night, on Robert's Garage Live, we were with zip ties and bias slides, and that boy was wrong and super entertaining.
Sometimes it can be a fun time.
I don't drink maybe twice a year at most times. So I was a little tipsy. I drank pretty quick. That's my problem. It was quick.
Back to back. Yeah. And then we had Snyder Classics over here down in them.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no, it's for his stream. It's a little bit of entertainment. Do it for the donations.
Is that actually a tent, or is that a attic or something?
Attic.
Okay, that makes more sense.
I sound like I'm underwater.
What's up, dudes?
I've had comments in the past, which is hilarious. Where they're like, you're in like the Harry Potter staircase. I'm like, no.
Oh, no wonder, dude. My mic was by my fucking down here on my desk. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry about that. Appreciate it, number 2.
Number 2. Yeah, I've been really excited about this freaking Volvo build, man. I'm ecstatic.
Yeah, we were discussing about our our emails and stuff. So I mean, did you like where I was coming from when I told you?
Yeah,
about
I get what you were saying. I'm just right now I'm gonna that wording into what's already there so it doesn't look out of place.
I hear you.
I'm pretty good with that usually, so I'm sure I can. I think that's a good idea to put that in there just to kind of hype them up, I guess.
Yeah, I just kind of feel like, I mean, shoot, you can ask anybody for anything, but it's easier for them to tell you no. But when you put the incentive there towards where, for their thought process on whether they're wanting to do it, and they say, well,
and that's why I kind of listed all the channels. And then I said, depending on, what they want to give to it, all the channels can use their social media platforms to share their products. So
yeah, and that's why I
if they want to just pay for shirts and stuff like that, we can do that too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's so many, and I was like, well, because Cleatus on your own, like realistically, you have probably about five social media platforms, at least 5.
Let's see, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Cool.
And all your other, and if you wanted to, you do have other YouTube channels if you wanted to.
Yeah,
but right, I'm talking about in, when you're discussing with somebody, because I can say, well, I have other dog accounts, like, so right, and they're affiliated with what I do. So I can just say, well, I've got all these other social media accounts. I have a ton of Twitter accounts, and they all have like thousands of followers. So that's why I say, well, if at the end of it, it's going to be 25 plus social media platforms, all of us coming together, and it's very beneficial. And from the fact that we're all from different parts of the country coming together to do this, dude, like that's fucking unheard of.
Oh yeah, all have our own followings, even though a lot of ours are coming together. There's still a bunch of our own following that wouldn't go watch other people's stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna answer number 1 here. I don't really have a theme when I sell these cars, man. The biggest thing is get them cleaned up, get them going. I like to put Bluetooth radios and everything, just because that's a good selling point. So it depends on how we get the car for you.
The other thing I was gonna say too, I didn't know if this was a good idea or not, so I didn't message it to you with the email and everything. But what I was going to say is maybe you should list everybody. I was gonna say try to list everybody from the highest numbers to lowest numbers, and I only say that because
might be the first one you click on.
Yeah, exactly. And they say, oh well, shoot, and so that was the other tactic I was kind of thinking about coming.
Well, I don't have as many subscribers, but I have more view time, like people, than all the people we're doing it with. So.
Yeah, I don't
convey that.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying because you got to think about how these companies look at it. They're just gonna click real quick. They're not gonna say, "Well, let me get in depth." They're gonna.
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
Well, it all depends on what companies you're trying to target. If you're talking about ad revenue, companies are starting to get smart enough where they're wanting to know your watch time. They're wanting to know your click through rate. It's a call to action. If you say something in your video, how many people go off and click on that link? How many people go off and click on your little notifications? Your video clips and stuff that for YouTube.
As far as like CP, if we're trying to get a tool sponsor, CP is definitely our guy. If we're trying to get a mechanic sponsor or tires or wheels or whatever, I don't know if he would be, and he may be. I mean, he definitely knows how to do all that stuff, but I don't know if his channel shows that.
Because for me, when I don't know if you've ever gone to like my dog's like Instagram and you've seen like, my dog's gotten probably about in a year, he probably got about 100 and some packages for him, for himself. So I've gotten sponsors for him. I've gotten when I was really pushing my Instagram and stuff, dude, I used to get like random clothes and T-shirts and caps and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I've been pretty
and I know you're
good about getting sponsored so far, but
no, and I've seen you too as well.
Yeah, and it's not super hard. Like I used to do a lot of before the world situation, demolition derbies and stuff like that. And really all you need to do is have a product to sell that has an advertising bias. If you have something that obviously people are going to see, you can sell that. You can sell that to advertisers.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I thought. And that's why I told them that when this vehicle's finished, you know, they wanted to put stickers on there, if they wanted to provide T-shirts, you know, they wanted to pay for whatever. When we go to Hot Rod Power Tour or a car show or a YouTube event or whatever it may be, it would show their sponsorship.
Yeah.
So that it opens up for all that as well. I may fix the paint on the hood, but I think I like the color, even though most people think it's ugly. I'll probably keep it that color. I'll fix
Natural
the paint
patina.
Yeah, I don't much care for that 90s paint fade thing. I'll fix that, but I'm gonna keep it that color. I'll probably buff it up, get it like perfect looking anyway.
No, we're not going to be painting the Volvo. If anything, I don't know. Have you talked to World Streets yet?
No, I haven't. I added him on that email. I don't know if you've seen it. I don't have his email though. Okay. And but I think I sent it to him, the information on Instagram. So
okay.
But I did add his channel on there. So
he does detailing one. So maybe
I figure, and I got y'all. I think you told me the other day, so I have y'all written down for pulling the interior out while everybody's gonna have their job. So that's one of the jobs I have y'all written down for, is to pull the interior out and clean it, and then we'll put it back in after we know we need to cut tunnels or whatever, you know.
Yeah, that's no problem. Wait, are you gonna get a new carpet for it?
I wouldn't want to, but if I had to, I would. I think what I would do, as a car dealer, what I would do is just clean it. Like, even if I had to use bleach on it, which I've had to do before, just bleach it, which is going to make it splotty or whatever, but it's going to get it clean. It's going to kill everything. And then you go back and you use that interior carpet spray paint and paint it, and use a brush to kind of brush it back up. Looks great. Steam cleaning for sure. But even after that, sometimes it'll be just so far stained. But you got to just paint it. Yeah. And it looks new after that. And it as long as the carpet's not worn out and busted up, that's probably what we'll do, I think. Because we're doing a budget build, and it's going to look great. So
for sure.
Well, and a lot of those things to just flip a car, I find when I've flipped a couple here, you just take a nasty car. It looks gross. It has trash in the box like that Dodge, and really all it does is you clean it. I have a little detailing kit here that's a very simple, cheap detailing kit. You go through everything, every crevice. I even have the things to clean your ear. I go through and I go through the vents.
I have special little edges for that, but
and then it looks gorgeous, and people don't even know the difference. And then people is like,
if you can clean it up pretty good, if you get the tires and the windows real clean, and the rest of it just moderate, it helps sell it. I don't know why, but
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, but as far as
I clean everything, but that's the big things you got to pay attention to for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, Slim would be World Streets. He'd be the guy. He's the one that he owns a detailing business. What he does.
Okay, all right. Well, he'll know then.
Yeah, he'll know.
So I was gonna bring my little. I got like a mini detail shop vac that steam cleans and everything. I was gonna bring that, but I don't know. Maybe I should. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Those steam cleaners do help a fair bit, and they clean out a lot of muck.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all. When I worked at the detailing shop for high performance whatever cars, it was a detailing shop in the past. They literally, that was the main selling point. That was just the thing they sold the most, which is that every car would come in, we'd steam clean everything from seats to carpet to just the door. If there was like the carpet door panel stuff, we just steam clean it with the steam vacuum, and it just make everything look 100% nicer.
Y'all can go back and watch some of my videos while I do that. I'll buy this nasty cars for cheap at the auction, and I'll steam clean. I'll get them looking great. And some like that OBS Chevy that I redid, that I pulled that out, and the carpet was still good, but I had to bleach it because somebody left some old chicken bones in there, and it was just so stinky and just moldy. And so I bleached it, and then I painted it with that interior carpet spray, and it looked great. And it got the stink out too. So, but it was a lot cheaper than putting
that's pretty much
carpet on.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much what I just did with this. Like, I bought a Buick. It smelled like smoke. It was horrible. I cleaned the interior. The paint looked horrible on the outside, but the interior was nice, and it just sold instantly.
If you're trying to sell something, and I'm not saying do it all the time, but if it's just like little crow's feet in the paint, and then like some little clear coat fading and stuff, and you don't want to fully fix it to get it looking good for the buyer, and you could tell them, hey, it's messed up. Take some transmission fluid and wipe on it, and then wipe it dry after that. And it'll feel dry and everything, and it will give it like a look. So
yeah,
but it's not going to fix it forever. It's just kind of getting it presentable.
It's getting it out the door.
Yeah, presentable.
Yeah, and you can tell them, hey, look, it's got the crow's feet and everything. I'm not saying hide nothing from them, but it'll make it just look better when they first see it.
Well, no,
what's up, 113?
113. What up, dog? You gonna be ready for this or what?
Yeah, vinegar, man, that really does help clean the plastics and the dash stuff. Even the faded plastics on outside the vehicles, it helps get them real clean. So when you go to restore them, they come out better.
All right, so
Relsford, what's up, bro?
All right, so Cletus, I talked to the owner of the 67 red wagon.
Okay.
So I let him know what's going on, what's going to be happening with us.
Okay.
As far as like the trip and everything. So here's what he said. He said, cool. He said, are you going to want to work on it with me, or what do you want to do? Right. Just all this little stuff that was missing. I got to put it on. I said, yeah, cool. I can do that. So I think that'll kind of be like, on my end, my beginning or whatever, just to show everybody what you're going to end up getting. And it'll be another transition besides the Volvo, but also the wagon itself, transitioning from me working on it to getting it to your way.
Yeah. 113, don't worry, man. You probably won't be holding the camera. I know you're good at welding and stuff, so if we need some welding done, not that I'm telling everybody what to do. I'm not managing everybody. I'm going to be managing the project. And that's because I need it to stay on task, and we need to make sure it gets done so we can drive it home.
Hey, Cletus, can I go get a bite to eat, bro? I'm hungry.
No. No. Right, Jason? Yeah. I've heard that vinegar works in that.
I'd be damned if anybody said I can't eat. What? That's probably the number one thing that pisses me off. Getting in the way between me and my food. What?
See, I would like to find sponsors for all of it. I'd like to find a tire and wheel sponsor, hopefully. I'd like to find, like Rock Auto, if they could be a sponsor, and we just get, suspension parts where we need, brakes, whatever. Maybe O'Reilly's. Cleaning materials, Super Clean, Simple Green, whoever. I'm sending it to everybody. I'm telling you. I wouldn't say I'm good. Good enough. 113, make it strong. Might not look pretty, but it'll be strong. I believe in you.
Yeah, I don't know about your area, but I have some friends that did drag racing and stuff, and they would have local shops even sponsor them.
Yeah, and I just don't, since it's going to be in Iowa, I don't know if I can get any local shops up there because I just don't know who is up there.
Well, we got 6 months to find out,
and I would kind of probably leave that to dudes and CP since they live up there. Yeah, but that's if we can't find any big sponsors. I'm looking for, and not that I'm just trying to find a big sponsors. The big sponsors are going to be able to pay for the stuff and it not affect them.
Yeah, where the little ones they need an outcome.
You doing water meth injection in that?
Well, if anything, I was thinking we were going to. If anything, I thought we were going to try to put some heroin in the radiator, see how that does. So we'll see how it goes.
Who is Liv Scoffdy?
Oh, she's a good she's a good YouTuber.
I guess O'Reilly sponsors her.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, really, you just got to ask them.
Yeah.
You're not going to get any brick and mortar parts shops to do a deal if you get Rock Auto. You're right. If I get Rock Auto, the other ones are out. So you're right about that. What about Volvo specific sponsor? I don't think Volvo people are going to love the LS swap. Yeah. I mean, some may, but I don't think people who love Volvo are going to be like, oh, I want to see LS put in,
I'll be real with you.
I think people who like wagons is going to like it, and people who like LS swaps are going to like it.
Yeah. Hot rodders.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah,
wagon LS maybe,
but if you're a a true Volvo person, I think you're not gonna like it.
Have
But I might be wrong.
you ever met a true Volvo? I can't think of anybody who, and maybe it's just because I'm in, we're in America. But
Volvo's still got a good presence. I'm sure there's somebody out there. People you still say I hear all the time, Volvo's the safest car in the world, and that's not true. So maybe it used to be a commercial or something. I don't know. But
what are they? They're Swedish, right? Sweden.
I don't know actually.
I think it's Swedish.
Lots of people do swap 240s. Yes, I've seen a few. I've got a video to share everybody that a young YouTuber swapped LS into a 960 like we're working on, and he gets some good information out there. I'll send it to everybody. I've been doing a little bit of research. So actually, this guy though, dude's wrench sent to me. Contact LS Fest and I'm going to reach out to everybody. See if I can't get the. Holly, reaching out to them, see if they can't provide some of the harnesses, even if we're already talking about using the old harness, but if they provide a new one or something towards it, we could do that. I'm going to contact Hot Rod Power Tour, see if they'd be interested in doing something. I'm contacting everybody I can think of. Volvo itself is definitely not going to sponsor.
No.
Fan with 240 swap wagon. Okay. Yeah, I know who you're talking about, 113. Yeah, that'd be cool. Well, it was the same guy anyway. In fact, it was the same guy. I will challenge him to a race when we're done. Because I think he's doing a 5.3. We're going to be doing a 6.0. I'll be ready.
That'd be a good little race.
He's got a Volvo 240 with a 5.3. We'll have the Volvo 960 with a 6.0.
Coastal. What up, Coastal?
Work. That would be a good little competition.
Related to Steve. Okay. Steve is not Liv's uncle. All right. I see what you're saying. Oh, dang, Turlo. Appreciate that, bro. Yeah. It's going to be fun, Turlo. See, there's our first sponsor right there. Turlo's already put $2 towards it.
It might be like it might be like how Snoop Dogg, if I see him, I'd be like, "What up, Uncle Snoop?" So.
Oh yeah, it could be.
It could be like that, or you got. Have you ever seen Boondocks? You got Uncle Ruckus. He's everybody's uncle. You know what I mean?
He's upgrading the internals. Yeah, he might be doing that 113. I'm not going to say we're not doing that because we haven't decided yet. We might do turbo. We might do. Dang, boy, I can't. We might do turbo. We might do new cams, and I'm not exactly sure yet, but. We're going to make it fast enough that we're going to call out some YouTubers.
I think out in your area, I don't know if you care or not, but I was going to send it to you, but I was like, he might want a better muffler than that. But I think I saw a Flowmaster 40 out there.
I got you. Yeah, I call everybody my cousin, so shoot, Monster Russ is my cousin, Oh, he done disappeared. Cops coming. Uncle Bob. Yeah, Uncle Bobo's definitely not your uncle, right? But everybody calls him Uncle Bobo. Maybe that's what it is.
Because, even Fast and Furious says that family's family.
Yeah, that's right. Live life.
And none of them are family.
Yeah, if you live life quarter mile at a time, everybody's family, right? Oh, what happened to Monster Russ? You're racist. Hey, heck yeah, Costa. When we get this 960 done, man, come on down and we'll do a collab. I'll call you out. We'll do some burnouts, drifting. I'm ready, man. What's up, Big Block? Big Block's another guy that's gonna be on it with us. That's freaking awesome. Man, I think it's gonna be stupid fun. Look, we got this guy in here. What's up, brother?
What's up, man?
Hey, you been hearing all this talk about this Volvo build?
Oh, his mic's muted.
Yeah. You're on mute, bro.
I had to mute you for a minute because I just finished editing a video, so I was listening.
No, Turlo, I'm not very good. I'm talking drag strip race. I'm not very good at racing, bro. I'm just not, honestly. And I say it's going to be a good drift car. I don't think I've ever drifted, so. Coast to coast. I had a Volvo with a Paxton 5.0. I don't even know what that is. So you've been hearing about this Volvo build we're doing, Brailsford?
Yeah, I remember you talking about it. Someone else.
Pretty epic. Oh, we're getting it narrowed down pretty good now. We know what car it is. We know what engine we're putting in it. We already have the car. We already have the engine. We know what transmission we're going in. We already know all the YouTubers going to be involved and when we're going to meet up and all that. So it's coming along.
Cool.
What up, dog?
Bitch story? What's that mean?
I like the Volvo wagons. They're pretty cool.
Thanks, not I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. I really do.
I just want the Nintendo. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Can
Not only Nintendo, I'm also giving away some tools from what's the tools now? I can't remember the company. They're gonna be like, I'm not giving you tools. What is it?
It's Ulsa, dog.
Ulsa. Dang, I can't remember that.
We're sponsored by Ulsa.
Yet, so hopefully they're good, but they said they'll give tools away. Also, we're gonna get stickers and hats and shirts and yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
See,
who doesn't have a
Stuffwithcleatus
sticker though? I think everybody.
The man's got they got big dreams. There's big things coming.
Yeah, the Paxton it's a centrifugal supercharger.
Oh, okay.
Can Ford wheels fit on the Volvo? I was gonna ask that because I know it wasn't
the wheels. The bolt pattern is 5 by 4.25 or 107.95 108 bolt pattern. Yeah.
Is that Ford? I don't know.
5 by 4.25. I don't think so. I might be wrong, but I don't think. I think Ford's.
I think we're 4.5. I may be wrong.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it is. Like the Mustangs or the Explorers and all them smaller stuff.
I was gonna say we could just get something with a nice lip, slap it on there.
Okay. We're also going to do, and I'm getting the design ready, but we're going to be doing stickers for this trash content group. Going to be doing stickers and shirts and everything with everybody's logos and all that. So it'll be pretty neat getting all that done. Okay, Big Block sticker cities stuff will be here this week. That's cool, Big Block. That'd be awesome,
nice.
Bro. Yeah, I like his new logo.
I need to make a phone call tomorrow for mine.
Yeah,
my sticker company's being slow.
Well, yeah, I think everybody's slow right now. Oh man, yeah, no, I get it, Coastal man. I appreciate you even just being here supporting, bro. Crazy pullover with the cops. Did you get it on video?
Shoot, Coastal. Yesterday I was on Wasted Live, man, and I was, they were like, do a burnout. So I finally got in the car. I got in the Cleatus's car, and I was doing some burnouts, and then as soon as I did that, a cop passed me, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh,
hey, at least I know how to do a burnout now.
You got to be careful with all that stuff.
Video. Heck yeah, I'm ready for that video.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be cool. We just need to hopefully hear back from these sponsors, and hopefully we can line up our ducks.
Well, not only am I lining out the build and what everybody kind of parting out the jobs and everything, but I hope by then also I'm going to be able to say this is the videos that I'll be making. I'm sure other people will have their ideas, but I know the videos I'll want to make. That way I can not miss anything because I know that I don't want to get some building in. I want everybody to get their part on their channel as well, but we don't want to film the exact same thing,
Yeah, for sure. I that's why I think it's also cool that we have other things going on because we're gonna have the Cadillac, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's if CP.
We don't know for sure, but yeah, we'll have something else.
We'll have another ride there to mess with, and then we're gonna have mini bikes that we can, toy around.
Well, we're also just gonna have the hanging out. We're gonna have the interior. That's gonna be a separate video. We're gonna have the engine, transmission, build up and install. We're gonna have all kind of stuff.
I think
Are you planning ahead? I'm definitely planning ahead, though. I'm trying to get all this stuff organized. I mean, of course, there's going to be stuff we can't plan for, but I'm pretty good at that.
But that's the entertainment. When the stuff that's unplanned, that's the entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I think we're going to have a good time, and everybody's going to be good. But
I think the most important part is keeping the actual build itself is just in order.
Oh boy.
That's, I think, the difficult, challenging part is keeping it in order.
Yeah, but that's...
Coastal, it sounds a little crazy there, man. I didn't know y'all Canadians did all that. I thought y'all were pretty relaxed up there.
And they got to deal with the piggers up there, too. The piggies.
There are corruption in everything. There's corruption.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's every country, so...
Yeah, and you can't diss someone doing their job. I won't lie, there are good police officers out there doing their job and sticking by. I can't hate a cop pulling me over if I'm speeding because he's doing his job, but there are bad ends to either side.
Man, I can. Don't pull me over because I'm speeding. Go catch a real criminal.
Get out of here. You are a real criminal.
See, this is why I try and leave and go head out to you guys because I can't get in trouble there. Here, I can't do anything. I've gone in too much trouble here.
Oh no. Yeah, luckily I don't get in trouble anymore.
I don't do stuff anymore like out in public. I just do it at the drag strip now.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll do burnouts, but I'll get a place that I know. Like I'll go out to my car lot and do a burnout. You know,
I just was actually asking in a group chat I'm in. I'm like, hey guys, where's a local spot where I could send my Pirellis to the moon?
Yeah, well, a lot of car lots don't care. You know what I'm saying? You find a local car lot, they won't. I mean, some of them do, of course, but yeah, just get their permission. They don't care.
Yeah, so I got new tires coming, and I want to burn these off.
Dang, Coastal, that sucks, bro. Yeah, glad you both survived, man. It could have been a bad deal. Glad to get on video.
Glad stuff turned out good.
Man, let's see. Somebody sent me a message on Instagram. Oh, Destroyer. Okay. Oh, he wants me to send it to his email? My bad, Destroyer. Let's see. Destroyer might be jumping on.
Oh, that's good.
Let's see. Yeah, I was watching his show. Of course, I think most of you guys were there, but he was going to be closing it down. I said, well, I'll do one. I'm not doing anything tonight. Let's see.
Well, we all gotta try. Like Mondays, I'm trying on mine now to try and do lives, and like it's a whole new experience. And then jumping on the live with you guys.
What's your channel? Like, what do you do?
Anything I can get my hands on. There's a couple mini bike. I dragged the mini bike out of the junkyard. There's a tractor I just finished up. A lot of stuff for my quad because I keep crashing the thing, and then have a fully custom 1967 910 GMC truck being built, and that thing has taken a lot of work and a lot of money out of my wallet.
That's how it is, man.
It's a passion.
Oh yeah.
Can't be in the car hobby and say, yeah, cheap.
Oh, my laptop's about to die. Hold on.
Oh.
The saying goes, cheap ain't badass, and badass ain't cheap.
Well, you know.
I mean, you can have some fun times with cheap. I had a Sunfire with Lambo doors, and that thing was redneck as heck.
Okay, wasted.
Nah, bro, that's zip ties.
Oh yeah, well, Coach, man. I'm glad y'all are okay, but yeah, sometimes you gotta get the boss in there. We talking about nothing? Yeah, always. Guy hitting the trailer and busting the leaf was damn, bro. Yep. There you go. Gets into it big time.
Yeah. There's a lot of bad, good. No.
Yeah, what about out there in your area, Cletus? There's no speed shops or anything?
I'm sure there is.
You being, a local from there, maybe.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could play the little Ram interior thing again here. Let me pull that up. Yeah, there is speed shops, man, but it's nothing like that. What did I do?
Gotta let the dog out.
Okay. While he's doing that, I'll pull up this. Oh, yeah, share screen. Window. Where did it go?
You have my favorite one.
Okay, we'll do it like this. Okay.
Did you just pick up that Ram? That's what they're asking.
Yeah. All right, Coastal, take it easy, brother.
Later, Coastal.
Later, Coastal.
Why is it not sharing? the video. Okay, so I've got to. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get this to share, and it just don't want to. There we go. Okay, so I got the whole screen sharing now. Here we go. Why do I do these things to myself? 1997 Dodge Ram. Doesn't look too bad from here. A little trash in the back, you know, that's doable. There's an exhaust pipe. That's probably why it's no things. I didn't open this door. Just kind of, you know, you're just going to push it open because it doesn't latch. No door panels. Yeah, well, you know, I think all the Dodge seats are like that, so that's not too expected, but all kind of speaker wires running. No center console, no door panel. Dash is gone. Headliner's messed up. This here's garbage. But pretty straight body, runs and drives good. So we're going to try to build this interior on a cheap budget, and we'll see what we can come up with. Yeah, so that's where we're at with that thing.
The dashboard's that dashboard's seen better days.
Well, all the Dodges are like that, though. I mean, I was expecting the dash. I really was.
How's the transmission?
It actually good. I was scared, man. I was real scared last night.
Those 90s Dodge and Chrysler trannies are just trash.
Yeah, well, this one hadn't been that long since they rebuilt it, and last night it acted like it didn't want to go. But I don't know if I hit neutral or what, but it did fine today. Yeah, I did drive it a little bit today, 113. I didn't drive it too far because that door doesn't close. So
just take it off like a Jeep.
Go do some burnouts in front of 113 spot.
I should. He didn't live too far. I'll do it at the park beside his house.
Go get a reaction video.
Oh, it's definitely going to be doing some burnouts in it. You know, even I'm doing it.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah, typical dash in them trucks. Yeah, I've done so many dash on them trucks. I'm not going to find a used one for sure because even do they're junk. But the aftermarket, the replacements or whatever, pretty cheap. They're easy to install. They look good, and you know, they last a lot longer than the original dash did. So,
you know, just make it a you know, quarter-mile special. We gutted it. You know, the door panels.
No, I think I'll just get it together and sell it as a work truck.
See, do what Puddin does. Take off the box and throw a fifth wheel on it and drag it around the yard.
Could. That should haul pretty good, though, as long as the transmission ain't gone. But yeah, if it's a mini truck, that'd be fun.
Is it a four-wheel drive?
Nah, two-wheel drive. And I don't know if it's 5.2 or 5.9. In fact, I guess let me Google that. Let's see. 1997 Dodge Ram V8. Let's see if it comes. I don't know if it's 5.2 that year. Somebody pop it in. 113. What's up, brother? Let's see.
And another one.
Does anybody know that year if it's the 5.2 or the 5.9, or you could get both?
What year is it?
It's a 97.
The 5.9 was a 98 option, I believe. I might be wrong, though.
Okay. I'll look it up real quick. It ain't going to be nothing. Oh, well, 5.9, 97.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking Jeep. They put the 5.9 in my father-in-law.
The engines were, you know, 5.9 is better than 5.2 as far as sales anyway. I don't know much about them besides that, but yeah, people
people go for that 5.9.
And the driver's seat looks like it. Yeah. The same thing with the dashes is the same thing with the driver's seats. All them trucks from 94 to 2002, I think was last year, or 2001. They all look the same. They all have the busted dash and the messed up driver's seat. Ripping farts. Probably, but I don't think they'll tore it up. I think it's just that. What you doing, 113? You working on some motorcycles, some mopeds?
No, not today.
Corey said you get a 5.2 and a 5.9.
Plywood up.
Oh, well, you know, carpenter, huh?
Yeah. Ready to make some door panels for you.
New title?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to look, Corey, and see if it's the 5.2 or the 5.9. I think the 5.9 is worth more money.
It is.
Or people like them better. The 5.2, I mean, they're okay too. There's doesn't have as much power and stuff. So I don't know that much about them, honestly. I don't. So
the 5.9 is very desirable, especially when they started putting them in the Dakotas. There was like a year they put them in the Dakota Sports.
Oh yeah, I remember
like
that. People loved them. Let's see. Jason wants to know how's it going with you, Brailsford.
It's going, man. Life's a bowl of roses. Living that dream of waking up every 2 hours with a baby, and just the best.
Hey Ryan, or 113, did you tell your buddy about the Volvo we're going to be doing?
I did. Yep.
Did he say he wants to race?
Well, he didn't say he wanted to race, but I know he will.
Yeah.
When I told him about it, he said he was very interested in possibly stopping by while we're doing it or something. So,
Gotcha. Well, he can't be trying to show off his 240, man. He ain't got a 960.
Yeah.
He ain't got that.
He'll have some miles on his by then.
Yeah.
He's putting it in right now, literally.
Oh, dang. Well, he's putting in a standard too, isn't he?
Yeah, the
standard shift?
56.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go with the L80. I'm going with automatic.
Yeah. There are a couple companies that make different kits, motor mounts, that kind of stuff for it that you may look for as sponsor stuff with it. There's not a whole lot for the 960, but I was looking it up just a minute ago.
Yeah.
And there are a couple companies out there that do a few different parts. So
Wasted says he knows a couple companies. So, and I think Big Block said he knew something about it too.
Yeah, I thought he said he had motor mounts possibly too. So
he might possibly. He didn't know for sure yet. Last I heard. So.
Yeah. Well, they were. I don't know. They were about $350 when I was looking on a couple sites for the motor mounts.
Nick, half-inch drive sockets. Man, I don't know, bro. I like cheap stuff, man. I know people don't like Harbor Freight.
I love Harbor Freight.
Regular sockets, do you? For regular sockets, I wouldn't go with Harbor Freight just because I'm scared they'll break on me because I've had them do it for me before. But I'm going with the thicker ones. I can't think of what they're called right this second, but
Ulsa. We're going with Ulsa tools.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know about Ulsa yet, so I can't. Once they send me these tools, they're supposed to be here on the 15th. I'll let you guys know if Ulsa's any good.
I haven't gotten mine yet, but I'm already backing them.
Oh, well. I can't do that because if they're junk, everybody's going to be like, you told me these were good.
I'm being biased.
But if they are good, I'll give everybody my little coupon code. You'll get a coupon. Impact sockets. Thanks, Corey. The impact socket at Harbor Freight is fine. I mean, I guess I haven't tried it with the impact.
Yeah.
Well, I have with my
The Earthquake's pretty good. I've got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think a lot of that depends on what you're doing with it. Me doing motorcycle stuff, I'm not hard on tools. So, I use a Craftsman mechanic set most of the time. I've got a couple Harbor Freight things, but I don't really trust some of their sockets on an impact or anything. So I don't use an impact much though. So
no, well, and I say I've had some break on me. To be fair, that's when I was doing diesel work.
Yeah.
Semi trucks and stuff. So yeah, them little thin things you buy at Harbor Freight, they're not gonna last on that. But yeah, if I was doing motorcycles or something, I don't think that'll be a problem. You're not gonna really break anything. Also, most automotive stuff, maybe some exhaust work or stuff like that may have an issue. But
yeah, I don't know. I look at stuff that has lifetime warranty. That's
motorcycle 99%. So Harbor Freight may be the way to go with 99. What tools do you use on your motorcycles? 113.
Mostly Craftsman stuff. I do have the Harbor Freight impact stuff because I don't use it that often. It's not. Motorcycles are much lighter on tools. Like I said, I have a Craftsman mechanic set that I got as a student. I got a 50% discount, so that's why I bought it.
Oh, but can't beat that.
I've always liked the old Craftsman stuff. I bought it. I got it, 5-6 years ago before they sold out. So, but yeah, and I just pick stuff up. Like I said, I always look for lifetime warranty. That's the biggest deal for me.
Okay. Nick, if you like motorcycle stuff, man, check out 113s. He's about to start doing some motorcycle stuff soon.
We got stuff back there.
He's back.
You see much back there?
Yo, 113, you ever work on a mini bike, Honda Trail 70?
I have a 90.
Man, I'm trying to get a 70.
Is the 90 the one that that we went and drove with
Iron Horse Garage?
Iron Horse Garage when he came down?
Yep.
Those are a little bit bigger.
Yeah, a little bit. They're not big. They're a little bit bigger, not much.
Well, they're
the
a little
70
bit bigger.
smaller.
Yeah.
Ooh, I couldn't imagine my butt being on a 70 then. My fat butt.
Oh, yeah.
I want a 70.
They really are going up in price.
Yeah, I've noticed.
70s are expensive anyways. There's a company called MyTrailBuddy.com. You can buy all the parts for them, non-Honda parts. The Chinese
I have no idea what that is, Nick. I bet
you get one
113 does.
I need to try to get one.
It's a Harley. Okay.
I don't know Harley's that well. I know that's a Harley.
Okay. Well, there you go. PW50.
Nice.
Okay. Working on for his grandson. So, Nick, yeah, y'all might be in the same kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I worked on many Honda CT70s. Oh, big boy. He's just a good old country boy. I bet he's worked on everything.
Oh, yeah. Out there.
Oh, yeah. Jonesboro. Great little bikes, he says, little Hondas.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't worked on a bunch of them. I've worked on some motorcycles. I just haven't worked on much.
Those little Hondas are a lot of fun, though. They just
yeah. They're simple and they just work.
Yeah.
So they don't break a whole lot, and then they're easy to work on when they do.
Have you guys ever seen that one? I think it's a Honda car. I don't know what it's called, but they were a factory. They came with like a little bike in the back.
Motocompo.
Yeah, Motocompo. There you go.
That's the bike. It's a little folds up and goes in your trunk.
Yeah.
The 450 Sportsman Quad. I've had that for a couple of years now. It's a lot of fun. It's a good little all-around bike. What I found very much is with Polaris, I've had a lot of luck with Polaris, and Polaris kind of stands behind their thing. This is just my bias. This is what I've dealt with. Polaris is just I've already had pretty much $3,000 in warranty repair. Like,
oh dang, Tarek, that's funny.
What's up, I'm mean on it. If you guys watch it, I have videos of me crashing the damn thing, and Polaris has come in and been like, "Yeah, we'll warranty that." I'm like, "But I crashed it." They're like, "We'll warranty it," and then like, my whole rear end is brand new from Polaris.
Junkers Clunkers sent me a message. I'm gonna share it real quick, guys. He says that somebody wants to trade him this for his Dodge Dakota. I don't remember what shape Junkers Dodge Dakota's in, but I don't know much about that low bike there. So
I don't know.
That's a 50.
Yeah. Well, is it worth a Dodge Dakota?
No, not at all.
No. What about a rust bucket Dodge Dakota or something?
Do that?
Oh, he says a junk Dodge Dakota.
Yeah, that's a different story.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, maybe $900, maybe, and that's if everything's perfect on that.
Dang, I wasn't expecting that.
Oh yeah, those 50s. A lot of people race them.
Adults,
okay. They go play around with them. So yeah, if it's in good shape and it runs, I don't know. I'd go 1,000 on it, but
well, there you go, Junkers. But you would trade a rusted up piece of junk Dodge Dakota for it.
I mean, if it costs you nothing, do it. Yeah. If the car didn't cost you anything.
You know, it's funny because I really wasn't all gun-ho about getting one of those mini bikes, but my dad had some, so I was like, let me look into it. So I get on the YouTube like we all do, and I found out about Cars and Camera. I didn't know about them. Then I'm already looking into it, and I said Pate Swap Meet's coming up. So I go to Pate Swap Meet, and I'm looking for them, and I find a whole tent full of them. And so I'm talking to the guys, and I'm like, man, I was like, you look really familiar. They go, oh, we have a YouTube channel, Cars and Camera. I was like, you guys are the reason why I want a mini bike. It was pretty cool.
I want their track.
Jugger says it needs a carb and a throttle. So I don't know about that motorcycle, but I'll tell you, is that really all it needs? Even though they tell you that, is that?
Yeah.
And how much is a carburetor for them little things? Is it one of them hard to find things?
Those are not bad.
Yeah, he says that's what he says. So
that's when you rip it off. You throw one of the motors on.
But it's a motorcycle. You don't replace the carbs. You just rebuild them. I mean, if you have to replace it, why? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Everything inside's replaceable.
Well, he lives up in up in the salt belt or the rust belt.
I mean, the bike doesn't
Still
look like that.
But I guess if the carburetor's rusted, that means the bike's already gone anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who rides them little motorcycles out in the salt? And,
Wow.
yeah,
It's a big thing up here in Canada. We do it on the lake.
Yeah, exactly.
Appreciate that, Nick. No, y'all know y'all miss CP. Oh, sweet pea. Come on now. Carbs are aluminum. Yeah, but they do. The aluminum does get ate up by that salt stuff. It's not like rust, but it put holes in it and crap.
It oxidizes.
Well, oxidized. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but if the carb's rusted, I wouldn't touch it.
You know what? Get it, junkers. Trade them out, and then just make a trike out of it, or make like a chopper or something.
Oh, you can sell that thing easy.
Oh, we'll sell it then. There you go.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about it, man. I don't. I'm just talking out my ass here. So.
Yeah.
I know.
At the end of the day, it's if you
I
think
would pull a
the trade's
Stuffwithcleatus
good.
on it.
Yeah, now I really want one of those mini bikes though, so I could put it in the back of my my flatbed C30.
Oh yeah.
113 cycles will sell you one for $20,000.
Yeah. None of my stuff's for sale, but for $20,000, I got a couple. I'll sell you.
I can buy a brand new one for $800 from the store.
Oh,
Oh, $20,000. It must be some real custom beauty.
Sell that easier than the Dodge. I just don't know, Jesse. I haven't gotten into selling motorcycles yet, and if I do, every time I get offered a motorcycle for a trade or anything, I always get 113 here. I'm like, "Is this good?" He's like, "No."
Yeah.
So far, it's all been no, not really.
Yeah, 113. If you can keep an eye out for one of those little Honda trails, and get one for $200-300, because I've seen them, but I was always sleeping on them.
That's not gonna happen. Bro.
Not for a 70.
Yeah.
Not for one that's any good.
Oh no! I mean a fixer upper, yeah. No, I'm not talking about.
That's probably the without engine or anything at that price. I think.
No, because because I've seen them, and I'm gonna tell you, my dad has like 5 of them, and he's gotten all of them for like that much.
I take it Jesse doesn't like the Dodge. I wish if I could sell my ass, Jesse, I'd probably be out on the street right now, buddy. You just don't know me. I'm ready. That Dodge, I'm telling you, that Dodge truck's gonna sell fine. I'm gonna update everybody when that thing sells after I get it done. This is what I sold it for.
Cletus, are you the cheapest person you know? Or do you know someone cheaper?
Ooh, my stepdad's pretty cheap. It's
You had somebody on your live the other day that was pretty cheap.
Who was that?
Your brother.
Oh, my brother. He's cheap, but he spends money on like shoes and stuff. So.
Oh, okay.
He's like, I got a good deal. I'm like, yeah, but they're some ugly ass shoes. Who cares if they're $10? I wouldn't take them for free.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what I was watching. I was watching some guy that he uses his brother's membership to go to the gym and get the towels from the gym, and then he'll put them in his bag, and then he'll go sell the towels.
I know some people used to steal pool towels and stuff. So
I don't know anybody that cheap.
Oh.
I don't know anyone that's not cheap. I'm
pretty cheap.
That's
pretty cheap.
Something else. That's something else.
Nah, I don't think I'm cheap. I think it just depends on what it is. Like,
yeah.
No, I haven't watched your new video yet, Junker. I haven't watched. Man, I'm been stupid busy actually, so I haven't watched much of YouTube at all. I watched. I think I watched half of Dude's video today, and then I had to go right back outside to his Ford Fairlane Part 4. I was trying to catch up, and I didn't even watch Puddin's new video. So
I was there at the hospital watching everybody's everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at the hospital today.
Yeah, I seen you comment on some my old videos. Yeah.
I was watching everybody's stuff today.
You comment on my videos from like 2013 or 12 or was it 2009? That one I don't remember. It's some old stuff.
Yeah, I just.
You didn't buy any of my merchandise either. I don't. Man, I am so cheap. Now I'm not saying I won't buy people's merchandise, but I'm not there yet. So I haven't bought I haven't bought anybody's merchandise yet. Not that I won't.
He said the more donations I get, the closer I am to doing that.
Oh, I'm sure Tarek or whatever. I'm sure Puddins was a good. And his stuff's always funny, man. I'm glad he's doing so well because that guy he's funny and he seems like a good old boy. So
he seems like a good old honest boy.
Wow. Come on, Junkers. Yeah, but you haven't bought any of my stuff, Junker. Come on now. What have you bought from me, Junker?
I bought a membership. Tell them, Junkie. Yeah,
I guess you did. Yeah.
Bought a membership.
I gotta go tell my kids good night real quick, guys. I'll be right back if y'all want to handle this till I get back. I don't like wear merch. Yeah, I don't like the merch stuff either. Yeah, you are a member. Hey, I appreciate you, Junker. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just, I just haven't bought anybody's of anything. I haven't bought. There's a bunch of stuff I want to buy. I just haven't bought any. Oh, most of your videos today. Okay.
Well,
I'll be right
can
back.
agree with that.
Yeah, me and my junk.
Money into the cars.
Yep.
Like, that's yeah. I have a bunch of stuff that I haven't paid for. I wear other shops and channels stuff, but that's because we've traded. I'll send them some stuff and they'll send me some stuff. That's pretty much how it's all been right as of late.
Yeah, I've sold stuff locally. I haven't figured out how the heck to sell stuff abroad anyway. Like, because I don't want to overcharge people. I don't want to undercharge people. But like locally, people just my friends have said, "Hey, man, I want to buy a shirt." So.
Yeah. I used to
want one for free.
Yeah, a lot of people want it for free.
Yeah.
I used to do it when I was a kid. That was like the first thing I did growing up, and so like now I'm trying to rebuild my connections and stuff because I do have a bunch of local contracts and stuff that I used to have that I'm trying to rebuild and work my brand up again.
Yeah,
for sure. So what's up, 113? You gonna be ready for the trip, dog, or what?
Oh yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, we're I'm trying to think of, it's hard, even though it's so early, I'm trying to already be organized as to, okay, we're going to do this here, we're going to do that there. And, okay, so I'm going to let them do this. I want to go tackle this down. But, shoot, I'm excited to even, Sweet Pea said, yo, we'll do a mini bike race, man. I mean,
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah. I was honestly thinking about today. I was like, where's everyone going to stay when they get here? Wasted's got a 40-foot trailer. I have no idea where we're going to park that thing.
He said at his spot, at his car lot.
Yeah, I wouldn't park my 40-foot trailer full of all of my shop out at his car lot.
Oh, no?
No, I wouldn't. Well, we can get his opinion on that, but I'm not sure I would park my trailer out there.
I told him, I was like, shoot, I'll go knock out at the car lot. I don't care. I just need to, rest my head and I'm good to go.
See, bring a tent and a sleeping bag and set it up in the car lot. There you go. That's all you need.
Well, it depends on, because I'm supposed to be taking out there the 67 Chevy wagon and stuff. I got to finish wrenching on that for him.
Well, there you go. Just throw a mattress in that.
Yeah, I was gonna say once I'm done building that, it's kind of tough with room because it's gonna be me and World Street, and I'm gonna have the kennel with my dogs. So.
Yeah. Well, I have some space behind me if we need to. We can. I have a lot of floor space, so if we need to, it's heated and cooled. So.
Yeah, man. For me, I just want to be able to knock out, and then all right, cool. We're all there for the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get to it.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna have to go out there with Cletus. Well, we're gonna have to go out there with Cletus to go try to get some vehicles to drive back. So we're gonna get some. Hopefully something good, man. That'll make it back to Texas.
Oh, I think that's gonna be a good video in itself. Just trying to get back to Texas with them.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I mean, we're gonna have two vehicles. I'll have one, and then World Street will have one. So, I just said if one breaks down and we can't fix it for some reason, I'm going to leave it on the side of the road.
Tow it.
It'll probably be worth, the tow will probably be more expensive.
No. With the other vehicle.
Oh, yeah. It depends on what he gets.
Get a ratchet strap and away you go.
Exactly.
It just depends on what we get, For all I know, he might get a little crappy Honda, so that might not pull anything at all. So it just all really.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
With a little momentum, I used to have my little old car. I used to pull trucks out of the ditch with my car, and people were like, "How the heck?" I'm like, "I got good winter tires."
but that's gonna be. I think throughout the whole thing, the coming back from Arkansas part is the little one that has me worried, just because. I'm thinking of it because if we get it straight from the auction, that means no time to really work on it. We got to go, hurry up, get out of there. But if he already has something like, hey, I've already got something prepared beforehand, I got to check it out and stuff, or whatever, blah blah blah. That that's a little more reassuring. But
oh yeah.
But
you'll see it when you get here the first time.
Yeah, well, it just depends if he has it or not, because we might have to hit the auction. It depends, none of us could see the future for what he might have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but that's the part right there that's got me the most nervous out of everything. Is just
we'll get you back home one way or another.
Because man, I'll tell you, I was driving one car and the fuel pump was going out on me, and it was on a Sunday, no shops open, and when I finally got to the shop, they said, yeah, that part will be here in about 3 days. I said, I need to make it home today. So, sometimes those trips, and I did not film that, and I'm regretting it, but those pain in the ass trips can definitely be a nightmare.
Hey, you know what? The only time I've ever traveled through the state and on the interstate, I lost my muffler, so I can understand where you just lose a part and you're like, I need it now.
Yeah, so it can be a little shaky.
If it keeps driving, you didn't need it anyways. All you gotta do is get home.
True.
See, there was no noise difference. We just thought we hit a speed bump.
So you definitely didn't need it then.
No. Oh man, that was a sketchy trip. When I drove from Canada to Canada through the States because it was the quickest route. Mm-hmm. So I traveled through 5 states in 21 hours. And it was nuts. I was driving a car with no interior, with pretty much no muffler in it. It got lost on the way. So there was no muffler on the thing. The thing was painted 3 different colors, and I had Lambo doors on the damn thing just because it was fun. I got it in a trade. So it was like full race car and sketchy with Canadian plates. And so I got pulled over in every state, and they look at me and they go, is this registered? I pull up my Canadian registry. I go, this is licensed and insured. And they go, we're not dealing with you. You go. Just go. Leave.
Yeah, but that's a fun story, though. That's what makes it fun.
It's on YouTube, too. It's on my personal channel for road trips and such. Like, that was a crazy trip.
I can't see the chat on my iPad, so I have to go back to the computer and keep looking at it.
Yeah. Huh. Yes, that is the car I took to Toronto.
But yeah, I think what I've always said is this: horrible situations make great stories.
Oh yes.
Yep.
And dumb ideas also just give good stories.
Yep. Like putting a Volvo and a 960 YouTubers together to go to Iowa to build it.
Hey, that's not a dumb idea. That's a fun idea.
You guys have been busy, I see in the chat here. So I guess Jesse said we'll hook you up with that Dodge to go back, Monster.
What? Oh no! He's not trying to tell me the Dodge.
That's what he's saying. He's gonna hook you up with a Dodge to go back. Is that what he's talking about?
Oh, you're gonna hook me up with a Dodge.
Yeah, it'll be sold by then for sure. I'll have it sold. I have it sold this month.
Hey, wouldn't that be something, guys? If I just show up and Cletus is like, "Hey, remember that Dodge? It's not as bad as it was before."
You just got to find something worse and get him to take it.
Oh no, I'll take him to the auction. He wanted to go to the auction.
I told him I just want. What did I say? I said I just need a V8. I need it to be.
No, you didn't say V8. You said Chevy.
I said I said Chevy V8, didn't I? No.
That's gonna be a lot harder now. You better bring some more money for that.
Now, I said Chevy, and did I say AC? That's it.
I was like, it could be an Aveo, whatever. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, Chevy. I said, yeah. You said, what did you say? Cavalier. You said, get you a Cavalier.
Whatever. Yeah.
I said Chevy and AC, and then the rest I don't care about.
He needs a G8 convertible.
G8 convertible. Maybe you mean a G6 convertible?
G6. Thank you.
Yeah,
they're actually pretty cool. The hardtop convertibles. I mean, for G6.
Those are my two requirements. Those are my two requirements.
One said he's trying to collect all the Hot Wheels. Man, I used to collect Hot Wheels, and my house is so small. He wants to know if anybody wants to trade any.
See, well, I only have a few Hot Wheels. I did a big thing in the past. Like I said, I had Lambo doors on a beater car. the story behind even those Lambo doors, I got those Lambo doors in trade for a bucket of Hot Wheels. Like, I went to a garage sale, guy was like trying to sell me a bunch of stuff. He's like, I got these Lambo doors for a Sunfire. I'm like, what? Why? And we were talking. I'm like, I didn't want to pay anything for him. He's like, I got a little kid. I'm like, well, I got a bunch of broken Hot Wheels. So I gave him the bucket with the Hot Wheels, and he gave me the Lambo doors. I was like, I think I even posted something on Instagram originally. I was like, from Hot Wheels to Hot Rods, just like being completely lame.
So what's funny is I know a guy, and then 113 knows him as well, that built a Sunfire and put Lambo doors on, and like totally like the ground effects kit, custom paint. I mean, he spent over 15 grand in this car, guaranteed.
I wish I could have seen it.
I haven't seen it.
No, you don't. It was,
I love Sunfires.
oh,
I love them.
he would have sold it to you.
Car.
I don't know what happened to it, honestly.
No.
1968 Sweet 16 Hot Wheels. Man,
Sorry,
I'm sorry,
I'm not
I can't help you, bro. I wish I could. I just don't know nothing about them.
No.
I have a couple small motorcycles.
Yeah.
They're die-cast stuff somewhere. I don't know.
I mean, motorcycles and stuff. There's always pretty stuff like that. Little collectibles.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
This is made out of scrap metal and just brass.
I want to do stuff like that.
My sister got it for me when she went to Banff up in the mountains in Alberta.
Oh, really?
Sunfire Cavalier was a Toyota? Really?
And not the Sunfire. Yes, the Cavalier was a Toyota. And
I remember
over
the
seas.
Geo Prism, the Chevy Prism.
Nice.
Toyota.
Yeah, it was called the Toyota Cavalier overseas.
The Toyota Cavalier, really?
Yeah.
Huh. There's a trophy I won that I lost the head on.
Hey, if you really want a PT Cruiser, Monster Russ, I can find y'all one of them super easy and cheap.
Oh, there are still tons of PT.
I don't think you'll make it back to Texas, though.
Even with the new one.
Well, y'all Canadians.
He needs two.
Oh, you know what? I don't know if y'all knew they canceled. There's a Canadian show that I watched, and they canceled it like all of a sudden out of nowhere, and they just ended it. And they did one wrap up episode, but it's called Kim's Convenience off Netflix.
I don't know it.
It's funny. I mean, it's not like hilarious or anything, but it's funny. And they just ended it out of nowhere. Oh, you son of a bitches.
I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah. You guys ever watch the Rust Brothers?
Yes. Yeah, I've watched.
It wasn't bad.
Hey, see, Big Block has PT Cruisers right there.
It was all right.
Yeah. I like seeing all the cars in his yard. That was actually the most fun part.
Yeah. He's sold most of them now.
That's what I saw this weekend or last weekend.
Yeah. They had a big auction and pretty much sold a lot of it.
That's a smart thing.
I'm Canadian, never heard of that. It's Trailer Park Boys. I don't know about the best Canadian show, Trailer Park Boys. I didn't much care for Trailer Park Boys. I did. What's that one show? Letterkenny.
Yeah,
that's kind of funny.
Hilarious.
That's a Canadian show. Now that Canadian show I'm talking about, the Kim's Convenience. It's like a family sitcom show. It's not. It's okay. It's funny, but it's different.
Yeah. Oh, every show's hit and miss. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like Letterkenny. That's good.
Letterkenny is great. Hilarious. Anytime they're bantering with hockey players is like my favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
On that one auction?
Oh, yeah. I've been looking at this Impala.
Oh, okay.
It's a local Impala. It's in rough shape. It's pretty much complete for $500, but it's rough. Body wise, not. Body wise, it's actually pretty good. It's still sitting at 500. AJ, I'm still watching it for you.
What year is it?
A 67.
Ooh,
that's not bad.
67 two-door convertible.
Yeah, Monster Rush will be all over that.
Yeah, don't tell him about it. He's gonna go buy it.
Well, I've been watching auctions. For it because that's one of
Canada, right?
That's one of hers. Pardon?
It's up in Canada.
Yeah, it's up in Canada. It's pretty local to me.
Ain't going up there.
Yeah.
No, always try and get cars.
65 Barracudas.
Oh,
I guess
nice.
that's the year 65. He has 3 of them, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
See, Mopars are pretty big here too. There are a lot of people who like their Mopars.
Mopar's big everywhere, man.
Yeah.
I think so anyway, but Mopar's expensive. 71 Cutlass.
71 Cutlass would be pretty slick, though.
I like it. Yeah, I like the boat cars like that.
It's just work. At the end of the day, you can build anything with money and time. It's just how much do you want to put in?
Well, it takes a little skill there. Come on now.
Wow, that's time. Over time, you gain that skill.
That's true.
Banana.
I did not know that Enviro Canada was not happy with him.
Well, yeah, that is actually a big thing here. Like a lot of guys are not public. It's very secret here. If you got a lot of cars out back, because as soon as environmental finds out, like I was saying on another stream earlier, here where I'm living, you can't have more than 2 vehicles on your property legally, and there's a lot of laws around it, and it's just nuts. It just gets crazy depending on where you live.
That makes it hard to be a car guy.
Yeah.
Well, they don't want people having junkyards because it leach all the oil into the fields and such.
Oh yeah, I can see
Don't
that.
y'all sell oil
to the earth?
Don't y'all sell oil from the ground up there?
Hey, I don't make the laws.
Sand oil? Yeah, we have a couple. I got to go to junkyard tomorrow. You want to go 113?
Yes.
I'm going tomorrow. As long as it ain't raining. Let me make sure it ain't going to rain.
It's supposed to rain. Not much, though. It shouldn't be a problem. What time are you going?
Yeah, I think it was. I don't know. I guess whenever I get up, I'm going to go. Not to give away my next YouTube video, but that Ram, I see why they had that little plate on the door where the latch, it's all crumbled in. So I might probably just try to find a door, even if I got to paint it.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I go around.
Yeah, it's like a 5% chance of rain tomorrow. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, it's a low percentage throughout the day too. But yeah, I'm busy in the morning until about 10, so 10:30, 11, anytime around then I can go.
Yeah, I don't plan on getting up till like 8:39. So
that all depends on how late you go tonight too, right?
Oh no. I've said it before, and I'm staying to it. I'm telling you, 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Cut off. It gets, and I like these lives. I do, and I get to hang out with cool people, and we get to car stories, but it ruins my productivity the next day. It kills it.
I went back and watched Roberts today.
I see. I went back.
Yeah, well, and I agree. You got to set a time buffer for it. I'm trying to set up a time buffer because, I want to do the lives. My thing is, I want to do it every Monday for a couple hours, but I'm not going to go out. I'm not going to do an 8-hour live because there's stuff I got to do here.
I would say, especially, and this is just my opinion, of course, I would say since you're starting it out, at your first couple, at least cap it in an hour. And then once you start building an audience, then you can kind of stretch it out a little bit if you're doing well and all that. But
it gets really awkward if you're by yourself and you don't know. Obviously you got a base here. But when you're starting out, you're just if you don't get people coming up in the panel, StreamYard was one of the greatest things ever, because when I did my first live, I didn't know about StreamYard. I'm just sitting there, you're waiting for somebody to come in, and then you get 2 people in there, and you're like, you're talking when there's interaction.
I was talking in the start to begin with, giving some information, because I do know sometimes people go back and watch it. So got to put some form of entertainment there to be a video.
Big Block said you got to get up at 3 a.m. God, I can't. 113 after we got to go one day and go just visit Big Block.
Oh yeah.
Over in Jonesboro. I got an auction over there I need to go to anyway. So
hey, there you go. Hit the auction, go see him.
Yeah. Maybe he can go to the auction with us.
Yeah, there you go.
But
you write it off as a business trip.
Oh yeah, for sure. Maybe buy something shitty and drive back.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll buy something for Munster Rust there. They're actually the Jonesboro auction. I do get some good deals there.
Yeah.
Not all of them's going to make it back though.
Yeah. No. That'd be a fun video right there.
Look at Munster Rust going to start freestyling on the lives. Okay, whatever, Munster. That's cool, bro.
Yeah.
I got the last 2 weeks I've been on so many lives and so long. It's like more than a full-time job. So
Yeah.
Well, I won't lie, I just jumped in here on a lot of these lives now. Like I started with Custom Z there, and then it's just like, oh, I'm in all of them now.
I mean, it's good exposure, and like I said, it's good to hang out and everything. But man, it sure kills my productivity next day. So.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna hop out of this. I gotta finish. My video's not uploading because I'm using up all my laptop.
Using up your bandwidth. Cool, man. Take it easy.
Sorry, I wasn't chatting, man. I was trying to design my freaking thumbnail.
All good, brother.
No, I did that earlier today. It takes a lot of work.
Have a good one.
Yeah, that auction there is not too bad. Big block. Sometimes you get some real good deals, especially for the repos. Man, they're super cheap over there. Like cheapest in the state. They won't always get you on for sure. 5-hour energy coffee.
Our auctions here are pretty much hit and miss. Like really, it really is hit and miss. Like, cause sometimes, right now there's this 68 GMC truck on auction right now. The same auction I'm watching, the Impala, and it's already up at like $6-7 grand, which is and there's still 8 days left to auction. So. And then there's this Impala sitting here for $500. So like it's a hit and miss, and every auction I go to, it's like some stuff is like crazy high, and some stuff goes low. Like my buddy just sold his Firebird in the same auction as well, and his Firebird only sold for about, I think it sold for like $6 grand or so. But then cars in the same auction were selling for $65,000, and it's just like, it's nuts. It's all over the place, and these are small time auctions. None of these are like our big time auctions, whatever, have a whole auction place. These are just a couple businesses that have them listed online, and it just goes for a couple days.
Yeah, the auctions that I'm talking about over here, they don't really sell old. I mean, you can sometimes find old cars. Most of it is newer stuff. And Clee's got me an old 96 Impala. That's not the old Impala SS. Come on now. That's not going to happen, Monster Rust. I could probably find you a Caprice clone. No, 96 is not old. I would not say that's an old 96. It's a 96 Impala. And they only made them that one.
For us young guys.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not old myself.
Late 1900s.
That's back in the last century.
No, there's a lot of fun with that.
Yeah. No, I just think 96 as far as cars is not old.
Yeah.
I mean, it's old, but it's not old. If that makes sense.
I like to consider anything pretty much pre-80s.
Yeah.
25.
And even then, it's not really old. Because I like playing with stuff from the 40s and the 20s too.
One from the 90s. Damn it. Yeah, there's only one in the 90s, Monster Russ. It's a 96. You're right. A lot of people will make the Caprices into clones, but you could tell it's not the 96 SS. They're a little harder to find now. All right, Maya, Gene, appreciate you jumping on, and sorry your phone's dying. So, we're trying to come up with a name. I put it on my Instagram for the Volvo. We got, YOLO the Volvo, Burn Nolio. For some reason, I don't know. And then,
the iRoll 6.0 that dudes put up.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was another one, and that's what it was, the iRoll 6.0.
That's what Volvo means in Latin.
Oh, does it mean iRoll?
Yeah, I looked it up.
I didn't know that. And then also,
I like that. Yeah, the iRoll.
Also, somebody says, Dolores. So
Dolores. Gotta take old Dolores out there.
The problem, Monster Russ, it's not really gonna be slow. The late 1900s.
Dolores don't gotta be slow. She might have some tricks up her sleeves.
He said both slow, and if it's gonna be that 6.0, it's not gonna be slow. Volvo Express, okay.
Well, I can tell you that 240 wagon that's being done, I think he's shooting for around 600 horsepower. Okay. So
I don't know what it's going to be if we don't, stock. I'll have to look it up on that 6.0.
Well, I know he's doing some internals. I can't remember exactly. I know he's doing. I think it's a stage 1 on it, which is the cam. I can't remember what else is with it. So.
Cam and lifters.
Yeah, I think so, but I just can't remember.
Bernie's Volvo. Okay, maybe. We got a lot of time to come up with it. I would like to get a good name. I like the yellow Volvo. I like the God dang, Wood 13 just said it, but I like that too. Yeah, IRO 660 IRO or whatever.
Yeah, IRO
60.
6.0, yeah, IRO 6.0. I like that one. You know, it's cool.
If it wasn't for the name meaning that, I could care less about that.
What about
the fact that that's what it means? That's what makes it fun.
What about Bernie?
Oh, a bunch of people jumping on.
What about
what up,
Bernie's,
boys?
Bernie's Volvo? Feel the burn.
I'm not too stuck on that. I mean, I just
put some cream on it.
It'll buff out.
How was work, Wasted?
Lots of starting things and not very much of finishing anything.
Oh, well.
Sounds like work.
Yeah, that's how it goes some days.
I went back and watched you and Robert the other night today.
Oh, on his, yeah. That was pretty wild. I was actually telling somebody I work with today about that. It's somebody who has never watched my channel, just a guy I work with. And I told him, Canadian guy up there, and he's like, redneck guy does a lot of weird stuff with cars and does a lot of bullshit. I was like, yeah, bias plies and zip ties. He's like, yeah, I watched that guy. I was like, well, I was hanging out with him the other day.
What?
Burnouts from around the world.
Now you're like, yeah, I know that guy now.
I wouldn't say that I know that guy.
Well, you know of him. It's close enough.
I know of him. I can tell you that he was probably hammered enough. He does not remember me at all.
He jumped on your live before. Come on now.
Was he?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't
Your
know.
8-hour live.
Oh yeah, he commented. I don't think did he come. I don't know if he came into it.
I think he jumped in for a minute, didn't he?
I don't remember. I'll tell you the same thing.
That's
to
live.
somebody. Yes, exactly what I was going to say. We do so many.
I don't know if you missed it where I was talking about the lives earlier, where I'm capping mine off at midnight, no matter what.
You did that last night, so I mean that gives me about an hour because I get home around 11, give or take, from work. So it gives me about an hour before.
But it sucks because it's also a missed opportunity, especially for him that he's bought the thing. He has unlimited. But I understand.
I get it, man. It just ruins my productivity. I can't do crap during the day. I don't get up to around 10, 11,
I
mean,
can't blame you.
I don't know. I think you got to
have a good balance.
I gotta get these cars ready, or I'm not selling anything. I can't sell.
But I mean, if you got a night where, let's say, so normally we keep anywhere from 10 to 15 people watching, give or take.
Oh yeah.
If you got a night where we're pulling down 25, 30 for some reason,
that's different. Yeah,
I think that changes the. We can press it longer on that.
Or if it's just like steady donations, of course.
Well, and I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
I'm just saying for that also. That would be a couple things there.
Incentives.
Yeah. Stop your whining. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's got a bunch of people watching, and of course, we're all gonna be having a good time. It can be drama shit.
Well,
which is never drama, but as long as we're having a good time.
I got a notification on my screen today on my main YouTube for that channel we don't talk about, and for just shits and giggles, I wanted to go see what the views were difference between that one and the one subsequent and the ones before, just because I wanted to see. Seriously, it's such a crazy because
it could have been so good for them.
That's what so I think the issue was what drew a lot of people and why that one had so many. I mean, because there's a bunch of people that wanted to see it and blah blah blah. But it's just amazing.
Well, and also we sent a bunch of people there.
We did, we totally did. But yeah, I like I said, it popped up and I'm not even subbed anymore, so I went over to just go. I don't know.
The other unspoken for me anyway, keeps popping up on mine and on my TikTok as well, and I'm like, nope.
Yeah, I mean, however, I
still. What were you playing with there, Snyder?
I've just played with it. It's an old Wi-Fi antenna with a bunch of bolts put into a brake, screwed into a brake connector, screwed into a bolt, screwed into a nut.
That looks like some old school pipes. That looks like some old school pipes that we used to make back in the day.
Spinner.
It's Snyder the MacGyver.
So yeah,
Whatever, dude. That's your pipe, bro. We know that's your pipe.
I know,
Come
that's
on,
what I'm saying. That's the old sneaker-toe. So I've been trying to think of a good name for freaking for that Volvo, and I'm
Dude,
normally
I
the
haven't
idea
come up with
guy
anything
around
either.
here.
We were just talking about it.
Out. Yeah, I saw.
We were just talking about it, and so far the two that I like. Go ahead.
I like the Volvo stuff because I think it's hilarious, but I think it's an unrealistic thing to do for where we're trying to go with this.
Well, and the sponsors were trying to pull on.
Exactly.
I think it has to be funny, but not extreme.
Not
look, I'm telling you, ironically and simplistically, Vol's slow. It's not slow, but it is. But it's not.
I don't care for that one myself.
The problem with that one is you almost have to explain it, and if you got to explain it, it loses all of its funniness.
I like YOLO the Volvo. I do like that one. YOLO Volvo, whatever.
Yeah.
I like
like it, but I don't love it. That one doesn't like when we hear the name, everyone will be like, that's it. You know what I mean?
What'd you say, 113?
I didn't.
Oh. Who said something?
I played my spinner.
Somebody said something 60.
I said 60. The something 60. That's the name.
I roll 60.
I roll 60.
The only problem with the 60 is when we blow it up and have to punch it out, it's not going to be a 60 anymore. Just saying.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, like my 60 that was in my Subaru, or not in that Subaru, in the Z, is now a 660. It's a 6.6 liter because it's punched 20 over.
Why are we going to punch it out?
Well, because listen, sooner or later, the Hong Kong schoolboys are going to freaking make windows.
Who said we're going to do that for sure? We might not even put turbo on there.
Listen, hang out with me long enough, Cletus, and you'll be doing all kinds of dumb decisions.
I mean, if you're buying, bro, I'm down.
Listen, I ain't buying shit. That's how good I am. I'm going to make you think
Volvo
it's
LS
for you to do it.
Okay.
Listen,
I like that a little better.
Listen, if you were looking for a friend to help you make terrible financial decisions and have a good time, I'm your guy.
The problem is I'm too cheap. I'm so cheap.
I can work with that. A fucking GT45 knockoff is $175 on eBay.
Okay.
So
can anyone say 25 pounds of boost and a bunch of neutrals in the transmission? Because I can.
So didn't CP the other day say it's an executive edition or something like that?
That's what he was saying.
He said the 960 is an executive car. Yeah.
Well, and that one because of the motor, he thinks it's an executive.
Yeah. So if it's an executive,
6.0 executive,
executive LS
executive. Yeah. Would they rank something for them? I guess it wouldn't matter, but.
Yeah, no, I mean, because it's definitely a bougie. Like when that car came out, it was the bougie edition.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. And I know that I can get that paint. I can get that paint looking real good, and the interior. Now, do we have any interior guys that are going to be with us to fix that driver's seat?
I mean,
upholstery.
You got a needle and thread.
World Streets did.
I mean, those $20 car sheets.
He did it all on his trunk. He did the
but this is leather, baby.
Okay, so World Streets can do the leather then.
You'd have to talk to him.
If he can, I can buy the leather replacement panel, or he can sew in that new panel.
Yeah,
he did it on his Monte Carlo for the center console and for the trunk. He has the trunk.
Well, holler at him and find out and see if he could do it.
I've recovered.
If you need me to, I can send you the picture of it too.
We just need the bullnose pliers that for the little clips.
Auger pliers.
Yeah, auger rings.
What about
now, I have a repair kit, but it ain't gonna be great. It fills it in with this like putty stuff, and then you paint it.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
So y'all don't like Solo Volvo
interior paint?
The Volvo?
Solo
no.
The L is silent.
Yeah, the L is silent.
Yeah, so Cholo the Volvo, I don't know.
I don't think that really works. I think
I'm not doing like stretch.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool though, and then Mexican blanket.
But that's the thing. You don't want to. I mean, the idea of this is to be a shitbox.
The idea to me to be
wagon.
Yeah. It's hard finding a fucking.
So I don't want to go some crazy name, but I want to go
the Collabin wagon.
Okay, no. How about the Slovo?
No, see, he already said that.
Okay, I was gonna say get rid of the V and
yeah,
because that would be easy to adapt the already there fucking badging.
Well, I'm not too worried about the badging. I'm sure
I'm just coming up with anything at this point.
Color there. We're making this nice. Putting new badging on it and everything.
Well,
going the whole 10 yards.
Well, I don't know. Like my Subaru doesn't have I don't have a name for my Subaru project at all, and my Z project it's the Z. So I mean, when it comes to names for cars, I'm apparently not the guy.
I thought you were the idea guy.
I am the idea guy. I mean, let's face it. This whole thing is my idea.
Not exactly.
Oh, it totally is. You'll go back and watch the live. I said we should do this, and I watched all of your eyes light up, and it spooled right out of control.
Hey, I went back and I watched it too, and it goes from let's drop a Cummins into it to all right, we're gonna LS it and all meet up, and I went back and I watched it.
Yeah, it was off the cut. Well, because you guys kept shitting on my Cummins swap into that thing idea. Because remember, I kept bringing it up, and then I brought up that I was like, well, let's put an LS swap in it and I'll get together and do it. And, because because the time frame is when I'm retiring. I'm like, I'm rolling anyhow. And then your eyes lit up like a kid on fucking Christmas. And then Monster Russ promoted himself to the CEO and commander in chief of fucking Trash Content Enterprises. And
just adding in this other guy that we don't know as well.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, I don't care, dog.
Hey, on Real Talk though, listen. At what point do we say, okay, we've got enough channels involved?
I think we're done. We're done.
Yeah.
Because I hopped on with some Ford guys last night and just mentioned it, and they were like, "Oh man, we're close to there. We'd love to come." I was like, yeah, I don't know, guys.
But we have the trash content crew. Like we know who's
No. I mean, no. It was Sublime G. It was Sublime GT's channel. I was on after you guys got off last night. I just bullshitted around and then went on with them and Salty and a couple of those other guys and bullshitted with them and was talking about all this shit. But
Rovo, that's pretty good.
Rovo,
since you guys are putting together two gay. No, I don't think so.
I mean, it's actually
socks are still on. It's fine.
Yeah,
Rovo's cool. I like that. The Rovo.
Rovo? What's Rovo? Brovo, I like.
Brovo.
Brovo.
Oh, I thought you said Rovo. I was like,
what's up, Bryce?
Brovo's good. Like,
did y'all see my video where Bryce sent me all that cash?
I did. I remember I commented. I asked what level of the pyramid he got into with that much cash.
At least a second. Oh, look at this
now, Dad.
Bro, listen, are you taking a page out of fucking Peg's book and just coming up with a new freaking name
I like it. I like it. I'm on board.
Brovo. Hey, bro, I like it. Brovo.
Dude, the best one he came in with the other night was unzipping flies and blowing guys.
And I thought of a new one tonight. I thought of a new one tonight too. Unzipping flies and grabbing guys.
Oh, okay, yeah.
YouTube Volvo.
I don't know that we want to bring the YouTube name necessarily into the.
There'll be stickers on it. I'm gonna try to get some sponsors so we can put stickers on the thing.
Oh yeah.
Chad, you get a chance to check that email or see that email where I was gonna send it all to sponsors and stuff?
I looked at it.
Just getting in working.
Damn.
I just got done working. I just got done putting the clutch in.
No rushes, brother. I was just asking.
Is this homo in here? Is that homo in here? Derek?
Yeah.
God, Jesus! Don't let anybody in on this stream.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I just got done putting the clutch in. We finally got that ZF swap done.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Doing now. Thanks, Sweep. It's not Sweepy. It's Dinky Pinky.
Stinky Pinky today.
Stinky Pinky.
Eric, I appreciate it again, brother. Boy, yeah, I appreciate all this extra money, guys. Don't worry, I'm not gonna just go buy myself a steak dinner or nothing. It'll be going towards the Volvo project. So whatever pays for the Nintendo plus the Volvo project.
I was like, I'm gonna go out and buy me a new bride. No, I'm just kidding. All my money goes towards tools.
He's got to offset that freaking that great mistake out in the front yard.
Oh yeah, what's the story on? I saw the live stream. That's why I jumped on. What's the word?
It's so the transmission's fine.
Have you ever heard the term stucco dildo?
Stucco dildo. Huh.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, that's rougher than
Yeah.
That's rougher than John Wayne that's rougher than community toilet paper.
Happy Thanksgiving, Pilgrim.
Hold on. I'm gonna let you speak.
Yeah.
It's a short video.
$5 was supposed to be 10. Listen, that's only a drop in the bucket of what came out of Bryce's letter.
Right.
Oh, look at her. She's just gleaming.
Yeah.
1997 Dodge Ram.
Oh.
It's not terrible shape. Doesn't look too bad.
Except until you do this.
Little tracks in the back.
Yeah, I'll get cleaned out.
That's not bad. I'm not talking about that part.
Extension
That's
cord
nothing. It's
back
not
in, get
rusty.
money out of that.
Here's where it goes.
Shut the door! Shut the door!
No.
No door panel. Yeah, well, I think all the Dodge seats are like that. So
It's
that's
missing
not
the fuse panel cover right there on the
all kind of
dash.
speaker work. It sure is.
There's literally no dash up there.
No door panel. Dash is gone.
I'm pretty sure there's parts of a dead hooker on the floorboard over there.
Interior's garbage.
Garbage in the bed.
Garbage.
Runs and drives good. So we're going to try to build this interior on a cheap budget, and we'll see what we can come up with. So let me get rid of
this. This truck's like using sandpaper as a hand, getting a sandpaper hand job.
Seriously. So the name for this project needs to be meth
This
paradise.
project is going to be so
Meth Head
fast.
Paradise.
Yeah. This project's going to be so fast in that getting a name. I'm going to the scrapyard or the junkyard tomorrow, buying what I need, and it's gone.
No,
And I was going to build door panels and stuff, but the door panels here I looked it up, and they're $15 a piece here.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
you need to buy as many of those as you can and sell them on fucking eBay. Those dudes are selling them for $100 and some
There you
dollars.
go.
eBay.
Yeah. I mean, different parts of the country. They must be.
I understand, but
At least listen. It needs to be called the Meth 150 or the Meth. Is that what you call?
I think
I don't know why I can come up a name for this motherfucker so easily, but yeah, Meth 150 or Meth 1500 or some bullshit.
Sandpaper dildo.
I got
sandpaper rougher than the sandpaper dildo.
Meth,
put that on there.
Meth up.
Bravo.
There you go.
Methed up works. Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that thing is straight up a tweaker truck. Like the
stereo,
stereo, the wires.
Oh my!
You need to make
the wiring for the radio. So
since
the dash is open, I can see the radio. The radio is like, instead of putting it in the dash and pushing little clips out to hold the radio in, they built like an old plastic thing and bolted it to the dash.
Yes.
And in the wires, they had like just twisted up in the back, and they were just kind of hanging there.
Yeah.
No tape, no nothing.
All messed up.
Yeah, stolen out the car they parked in the parking lot beside. They took the radio out and just put it in.
Yeah, seriously. All messed
It's got a
up.
radio in the back, and it's got radio inside and the radio on the dash. So
look at this dude. Is he going to show off all of his freaking tools?
Heck yeah.
Hey,
Throwing some impacts out there.
I just gotta put some shit away while you guys are talking.
113 said, "Hey man, where are you gonna sleep at?" I said, "I think we're gonna go sleep out at."
I wanted to do some.
Lot. He said, "I wouldn't sleep there." He said,
he does always say the meth heads are out there.
Yeah, he said, "I wouldn't sleep there." He said,
I've got cameras. Hey, and I don't know if you've been out there lately, Ryan, 113, whatever, but I have big, huge lights the electric company put up for me.
Oh no, no, I hadn't seen it.
Like it's bright out there. I know the neighbors hate it. It's super. It's brighter than my street to live on.
So then what's nicer, your shop? I mean your lot or 113's garage?
Oh yeah, 113 shop for easy.
So I got plenty of room. You can set up in here.
See, my lot is in the middle of nowhere, and I just have it because I have to have a license. You have to have a separate place from your home.
Yeah.
Separate building anyway. And that land out there is so cheap. Anyway.
Yeah. I used to live.
I don't have anything out there. I have a 69 C30 out there.
But you had.
No, it's still out there. They're not touching it.
When was the last time you looked at the cameras?
About an hour ago. It's been out there for a long time. Nobody's touching it.
In normal
They say, why did you buy that piece of junk? I'm like, I don't know. I got ripped up. They don't know anything about it. So I'm like, yeah, it's just junk.
Just junk.
Yeah.
In normal places, you're like, was that a bat?
Walmart parking lot.
But over there, you're like, oh shit, is that a crackhead?
I mean, we could go out there. I have electricity and everything, and it is good camping area, and it's on the lake.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I mean, as long as I can shove a 40-foot.
The meth heads won't mess with you. They won't mess with you.
I mean, I lived there for 2 years or so out there across the street from the dealership, and we never had a problem. But I wouldn't put my 40-foot trailer.
I wouldn't put your trailer out there and leave it out there unguarded.
Yeah,
That's
no.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, if we do need a place to park that, I know my stepdad let us park it at his place, and they'll be fine out there.
Yeah, whether I just like I said, my biggest thing with that is I need to know where I can get in and out with that big son of a bitch because she is a big girl, and like I said, I cannot 90-degree her, so I got to be able to swing her.
There's plenty of room at the plenty of room to turn around and everything at the lot there. Like I've had some car wash, no problem, but
yeah. No, that would be a problem because I can back it into anywhere. You know what I mean?
Okay. The biggest thing would be security. I just
Well, and like I said, it also depends on what what the plan exactly is. Because like I said, Sunday night we'd be coming in. I'd be getting in Sunday night probably sometime Sunday afternoon, and then we'd probably roll out Monday morning. I would assume.
Yeah,
I mean, for all I care
about it the lot, I do have the building there. There's no water there. I don't have a bathroom or anything. It's just a building.
All right, Snyder, have a good one, brother.
But it has electricity, internet, and all that. So.
Well, yeah. So I mean, listen, I'm down for whatever. If you guys want to push through and go through the night, I mean, I'm an all-nighter kind of.
We could do that,
guy, because then we could be there Monday morning. That's up to you guys. But I mean, with a bunch of us going, if someone gets tired, we could just switch who's driving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See, we could be ready to roll as soon as you got here. Everybody else was already here, ready to go.
Then we just
between you and Munster, y'all definitely have the longest drives, and I think Munster has the longest. So.
He does.
Yeah.
But he'll be riding, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, and also I think he was talking about. I mean, because you could probably come up on Friday, leave your Texas Friday after work, get up there Saturday sometime or whatever, and oh shoot, there's Pat in the house.
That odor, I'm smelling it too.
Yeah, wasted. I need to be
the BS Volvo.
I need to technically be in Dallas for 2 days because I got 1 day with Wood and Classic Ride Society.
Hey, listen, however you want to do it. If you want to, I mean, you want to roll up on. I mean, however, like I said, I can't. I will hopefully, maybe I might be able to get it. So it depends on how I'm going to stamp my orders.
We will be doing burnouts in that Volvo before we all leave. I promise you that. Pat, hey, I do appreciate the donation, Pat. That's freaking awesome, bro.
And then I'm gonna be dropping off Cletus's wagon. So he's, it's crazy. In a short amount of time, he's gonna be getting a lot of cool cars.
Hey,
I mean, that's what I do. I got a cool Dodge out here right now.
He's getting what? You're getting 2 from me, right? You're getting 2, and then he's getting the Volvo, and then it's kind of him getting the cars at the auction for us.
It's not midnight yet.
Cletus
it's not midnight here, buddy. It's Central Time.
Yeah, so 1 a.m. Eastern is when he shuts it down. So apparently, allegedly.
Yeah.
Well, and I did say if it's going great and we have good conversation and everything, I'll stretch it to 1, but 1 is definitely that's it. And I don't think we'll make it. Not saying we're gonna have a good conversation, but
what about on like a Friday and Saturday night? It's the weekend.
Like I said, there is circumstances that like I said, if the donations are rolling in and everybody's having a great time, or if there's just a bunch of people watching and commenting, and it'll be different, And not to say I don't appreciate the 13 to 15 guys, that jump in here. I appreciate it, but it just messes up my next day. And tomorrow I got some plans, so I can't. I gotta try to balance the time. That's killing me.
How's it go, Monster?
Chilling.
Just stop your whining.
Stop your whining.
There he goes. I can't do it like he does. I'm not.
Quit your whining.
There it is. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, it's up to you guys. However you want to do it. Best case scenario, they'll stamp my orders on Friday because no one's working over the fucking weekend and post date it for Sunday, and then I can dip out before Sunday. But worst case scenario, Sunday morning, bright and early, I'll go in there and get them to stamp the orders, and then I'm on the freaking road.
Okay.
So we'll see.
So I think Big Block said he wants to drive his Mustang up.
Nice. Okay. And then if we're bringing a 6.0, did we figure out if 113? Are you planning on driving, or are we?
If I need to.
Or do we want to stuff that? Because we could. So the trailer is going to be very full, but we can make room for things. You know what I mean? We got to get. So the floor space is covered right now. I still got to get a washer and a dryer in there somehow. But there's a lot of space on the shelves and stuff that if I could just figure out how to pack it right. You know what I mean?
My thing is, how are we going to get the 6.0 lifted up?
Well, in worst case scenario, there's a cherry picker in there in the trailer.
Them roller dollies, wooden roller dollies, then you just skid it around.
I think I'm gonna have to buy a cherry picker because I don't have one. I need to pull that engine anyway. So
they are.
I think the way I'm gonna do it is unbolt and pull the engine and transmission together because I need the transmission out of it. But
yeah,
instead of dropping the transmission, then pulling the engine or
with the transfer case on it, that's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
She's a big girl like that.
I'll figure it out.
If I'm bringing mini bikes, then I'll have to drive. So I have to back.
Well, if that's the case, then yeah, then we can just toss it in the back. Or
will that 6.0 fit in your bed with a mini bike though?
Oh shoot, big
Destroyer! What's up, bro?
Destroyer.
I think that they're coming in, Cletus. I don't think you could end this at 12, dog.
We'll see. We still got 45 minutes.
I'm not sure that 6.0 fitted.
Destroyer, great show tonight, brother.
A mini bike or two.
Yes, sir. Happy 1
Yeah,
year,
that's right.
dog.
I called it a truck.
Yeah. You do have your little trailer too, I guess, but that'd be kind of annoying to pull.
Yeah.
It's light. It's not that big.
Like I said, if we're gonna load
to,
anything into my trailer, it's going to be a process of reorganizing my shit.
Well, we're not going to have the 6.0 on the way back.
Yeah,
think about that. So you wouldn't want to pull an empty trailer all the way back the whole time.
You can pull it with.
I wouldn't.
You can pull it with the Volvo.
Take one of CP's bikes back.
The Brovo.
Well, I just take. If I'm taking my mini bikes, I'll put the mini bikes on the trailer. I'll put the engine in the bed.
I got it.
That's what I would do.
Guys, I really like that name, Brovo.
It would make more sense to put it in the back of the truck.
Brovos.
The weight.
Brovo.
Yeah,
I got it wrote down. We'll see how it grows on us.
It rolls off the tongue so good.
It
like
does. I don't have a problem with it. I like it. I don't love it.
I don't think we're gonna really.
So far, it's probably one of the best names. I'll give you that.
Oh yeah, so far it's
we'll
way
see how
better
it
than a lot
goes.
of the other ones.
It's taken over for the iRoll 6.0 for me because you don't have to explain it.
Hey, look at wood metal. There you go, wood metal. That'd be super awesome, bro.
615 dealing with some reporters.
Yeah.
Hold on.
615 is doing with what?
Content was removed.
What? Solicitation.
Because of it said that?
What did it say?
It says our guidelines on adult sexual solicitation.
And what was his comment? What did his comment say?
No problem at all. Take a better picture of that truck and I'll hook it up if you like.
That has nothing to do. Who was that? Is that YouTube or Instagram?
It may be Instagram. I think
it's Instagram.
They probably took hook and thought hooker or hook you up like with something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, so it's probably just an algorithm thing. Y'all could probably say, "No, this is."
I'm fighting this.
Yeah.
Fight the man.
So, dudes had a comment taken off of his fucking video today. We were talking back and forth, and so we were talking about, I don't know if you guys saw his video, but in the video he talks about how he's open to new technology, and I said, I put a comment like, "Oh, really? Like, LS motors? So you're open to new technology?" And of course he said, "I made that comment just for you. I knew you were going to say something about that, but that's not new technology. That's like space age technology." To which then I responded, "It's a Galaxy. This is exactly what it's made for." Which then he responded to the order of, "It's not spelled like Galaxy. It's the Mexican spelling," is what he said, or something like that. And then I commented back on that. "Oh, I'm not very cultured, so I didn't know that." And they deleted the one about
that's
the Mexican.
Where you messed up.
Well, because I said cultured.
Yep.
If you say the word normie, they flag you for the normie too.
What's the normie?
Because it's just the words hitting the algorithm.
Yeah.
So if you start arguing and stuff like that.
Normie, something liberals call people who don't are. I think they call people normies, like the
liberal.
I've never heard that before in my life.
Oh yeah, dude. I called somebody a normie, and I got a 30-day ban on Facebook.
I think I heard that like on SpongeBob.
Fuck Facebook.
I don't even know. Yeah, that's the first time.
Censorship at its finest.
I mean, it is their platform. They own it. They can do what they want. Whatever. Yeah, I'm telling you, if there's an app that comes out where it's a good marketplace, Craigslist style platform, I'm deleting Facebook.
The problem with all of those is getting the people on it, and
getting them away from Facebook to use.
Well,
them.
you don't need to get them away from it. You just need to get them to use it as well, type of deal.
And if it works, great. I think they would.
Well, the problem is
because there's offer up out there, but it's not. It's mediocre at best.
It's big in other places, Cletus.
Oh yeah, I know it is. But
there's a bunch of those. But
none of them are.
I'm just saying the platform itself, not the attention.
Yeah.
Well, it costs so much money to fucking run a thing like that.
Email?
Yeah. Well, I saw the text first, and then I was like, I had to highlight it apart. I was like, this doesn't read right. I don't know what's wrong here, but it reads funny. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, well, and a lot of it, and especially like the name stuff, when I took it over to Instagram, it cut a bunch of stuff out.
Oh, did it?
I mean, I sent him some stuff to add in there that I think would be beneficial for us.
I think listen, if Holly wanted to hop on board, that would be awesome because that gets us motor mounts. If we can get
whatever
motor mounts that'll work. Oil pan, and then there's so much stuff that
if they just want to pay just the oil pan, it's better than where we started. So
yeah, totally.
I mean, if they want to do anything, I'm ready.
Yeah, normally if they hop in, they hop in both.
Stinky Pinky there, get his fingers. His Stinky Pinky froze
Stinky
up.
Pinky right there, yeah.
Stinky Pinky.
Now he'll have a different name here in a second.
So Wood Metal's a sponsor too, I guess, here. 12 pack of Scott. That's sweet. That's awesome. Yeah. We're definitely going to need some Super Clean. Hopefully I can get them to sponsor us, send them a little money. I know they don't usually do that, but this is going to be like a big build. So and a lot of YouTube time with all the channels. So
and so I heard you talking about that earlier about how the video flow and everything was going to go. We don't want to necessarily have people both filming, but
I mean, you can have some of the same footage, but I don't want somebody to just have all the same footage. That's my main thing. I want it to be different.
And the journey needs to be followed because like the one thing that somebody wants to see is they're going to say, okay, I want to see the car go from this to this.
I think that'll probably be on everybody's channel, like the before and after.
People are going to want to see how we got from. People are going to want to watch how you got from where you started to Cletus.
But what I'm saying is like, all right, so whoever we put in charge of the interior, which probably be Monster Russ and Brian is his name, or Brad, or his buddy that's coming up. Slim. We'll go with Slim. So they'll probably on my channel for whoever's channel will probably say, all right, well, here's the interior. This is what these guys do. And their channel will be pulling it out, cleaning it, all that. They're going in depth in that part because that's their job. That's the way I was kind of thinking it would be.
That makes sense.
Not that other channels can't stop by and like talk to them and say, hey, this guy's doing this, Just to kind of split it up, but all still be
together. And what I was thinking also is going to be a big help too is if whoever. Like if we can have dedicated people that are going to run the cameras, because that's like one thing that I noticed with a lot of our channels is we all run our own camera.
Well, I would say if you're not doing a task, you need to be on camera. Multiple cameras.
And that's where we need to have that kind of figured out.
Right, because we're going to say this needs to be done. We can't do this while this is going on.
And what I'm saying, like if Sweet Pea and I are freaking tackling the motor and trans and doing all that, head mount is not the best camera angle for that. Someone
definitely not.
You know what I mean? Because I've got tons of footage of me, and like Wooden Metal says it all the time. I make him sick with my damn head mount, and I know, and I feel bad about it, but that's the only way I get the content.
Yeah, it's either that or a side angle,
or a side. And I hate because you never see what the fuck I'm doing with a.
I do it all the time. I do side angles all the time.
It's a thing that we all have because we're all one man operations essentially for these gigs. So I think that would be cool.
No, I think we're going to have enough production value with all of our knowledge, cameras, and experience in taking videos. That it's going to come out pretty good.
Who do y'all think like from what everybody's watched? Because I think it's very important. Who do you guys think does have the best camera work? Just strictly from not like just from a camera standpoint.
So,
but it's not fair because nobody's holding the camera.
Exactly. That's what I think we're all pretty much along the same. I think the only real difference, I think, for the majority of our camera work is who has the better gear, essentially.
Yeah.
I definitely don't. But I am buying. I will have at least 2 cameras with me.
Well, I have the GoPro rig
for. So.
I have the stabilization arm for the GoPro rig, but it kills it destroys the sound. So
I'm going to be bringing at least 2.
Dub over.
I'm bring one hand thing. I'm going to bring one short tripod. I'm bring 2 big tripods probably.
I'll have all. So I've got my DLSR, and I got a big tripod, and I've got 3 GoPro 6s.
Well, I've got my Samsung camera, which is good, and then
Yeah,
I'm
I got that.
a tripod.
Say what?
you have your
Yeah,
new
my phone
iPhone
and
by
a
then.
tripod.
I
Yeah,
am a
the new
tripod.
You
I'm
are a
a huge
tripod?
You
And I'll
are,
have a GoPro by then as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
but yeah, I'm gonna be
It's like
like
a-
CP.
it's like a
I'm
baby's
using
arm
the
holding
little
an apple, I
camera
heard.
Panky.
So I think we're gonna have plenty of different cameras and different angles and different styles. I don't think
We
there'll
need
be
to
a
figure
problem.
out how to set up a. We need to pick a spot in the corner and set up one of the GoPros and make sure we can get it plugged in so it pulls
Yeah.
a no shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a shop that's gonna be about 2,500 square foot, I think.
Oh, wait, are you going out to like rent us a shop for this type of thing?
No, I'm just gonna borrow my buddy shop. So I'm gonna take one of my tool carts and I'm gonna load it up and then just take it over. I can haul it on the trailer. That's what I like about these tool carts.
Yeah.
Is I load it up and I can just zip it onto my little trailer and just
So
shoot it on
instead
there.
of just having the GoPro sitting in the corner, we'd have it up high so it can kind of get a bird's eye.
Yeah. Because I've got different mounts and stuff. We can.
Is that the
mount
time lapse?
it wherever.
Is that the
Yeah,
time
time
lapse?
lapse.
It'll just do a time lapse the whole damn time, and you can run it from the phone, so you can turn it on and off.
Oh, okay.
So you can leave it.
Yeah,
up high.
tool guy, we're gonna be doing a porn. I mean, no, I don't think so.
Tool guy, I'll be shooting some, but that'll only be on my OnlyFans. It won't be on YouTube though.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay
That's
extra
right.
to get in to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
For offloading videos so cameras don't get full. Yeah, I'll have my laptop for sure.
So I will have my whole rig, my big rig that we can break out. It sets up pretty quick. It's a TV in the tower, and I've got what is it? Freaking 15 terabytes of storage.
So
on this,
maybe I won't bring my laptop then. I'll probably still will, but.
Well, I was like saying we can all edit on this rig because I run the same software you're running, so you can edit on this rig.
Yeah, great software.
And do everything. Yeah.
For me, it's simple with editing. I do it on the phone, and I can do daily.
Well, that's gonna be the other thing. That's gonna be the other thing while we're there. You're gonna get to see how the other half lives with some of the software and these other things, and see.
Sure.
I'll let
See
you.
what
Hop
works
on
for you. It doesn't work.
one of the nights you can hop on my rig, download the shit in, and then fucking and go.
Yeah, that's a nice GoPro right there. Which one is that?
Which one is that?
Well, it's the 8, but I got the case on it. The mic, the forward.
Does that front lens come off of there or no?
No, I got MD filters for this, but no, it does not.
Is that a camera on the front?
That's what I was looking. Huh?
Is that a little camera on the front? I mean, a screen.
It's a screen. It's a little screen. Yeah.
So you can see what you're looking at.
No, I think is that one.
I don't use this that much because
display. Yeah, that one color display on the front.
Huh?
Is the front one a color display or is it just okay? Yeah, that's like mine. It just shows you the what it's doing.
Yeah, it just shows the.
I think the 9s are when it has an LCD that you can actually see yourself on.
Me and CP use that DJ Pocket.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of DJ Pocket.
This mic that's on this works really good because this front and rear mic. This case
DJ
that comes.
Pocket's a little too shaky.
What the fuck? What case is that?
My buddy Nick sent it to me. It's got the built-in microphone, so you.
Pretty neat. I heard that was the problem with the 8
it actually slides out of here. So this is.
So that takes care of the problem with the 8.
For a 6, because that's what I want to know.
Yeah.
What's the name on that case?
Well, let me get it out of here. Let me see what's going on with it.
That's what she said.
Is that the black media mod?
It's a 8 black.
It's a what?
It's an 8 black.
Yeah, but what's the
It looks like it's 8 black media mod.
Oh.
Yeah, it might be the media mod.
It looks the same.
So it looks like it's 4 and 8, but maybe they make a 6 black media mod.
How do I shut the fucking thing off now? What did I do here? I don't use this thing that much because my phone's so much nicer, but it just pulls out of this case. Oh, that's why I had the game.
Do you guys have good shop lights and stuff, Dinky, that you have already there?
Oh yeah, I got plenty of shop lights.
Okay, all right. So that's one thing to worry about.
I know this sounds like a stupid question to ask
did.
the tool guy, but is there anything that we need to think about bringing?
Wetback?
I'm gonna have a ton of tools.
I got shop backs too. I got 2 shop backs.
Well, I know the interior is pretty nasty. It's gonna need a full steam wetback. What about buffers and stuff? Because we got the like you said, Monster, your buddy's a detail specialist. We can detail the hell out that paint.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because that could be done while we're getting the engine prepped or whatever. I mean,
yep. And by the way, it looks like they have the mods so far that I can see are just for the 9, the 8, and the 10. They have mods for. That's it.
That's what I'm seeing right now.
Well, it looks like I might be getting 8 then.
Don't get an 8. Get a 9 because I think the 9 has the removable lens. If you ever have an issue with that.
Well, the only reason I wasn't going to get an 8.
It depends on what you're doing.
Pretty cheap, but the only reason I wasn't going to get it is because everybody says the audio sucks. But if you had that,
this audio makes the audio great on it.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Like I said,
I had a road mic on too.
And if you
had a road mic on to it,
my lens is all dicked up on this one, and that's the good one. Oh yeah, so that's the same one I use on this bad boy.
Yeah,
I got lavalier mics where you just you could be like 150 feet away and it'll still catch your
I got
audio.
like $2,000 in camera bullshit. It wears me out.
Yeah, see, I don't know. Well, I mean,
I got about $1,000.
I'm gonna say,
I got that too. Well, I mean, my phone that I'm using, that's exactly. That's why the phone is the best way to go. In my opinion, because
I know you guys probably don't care. What's up, dudes? The wrench is popping in here. I know you guys probably don't care, but is there anybody that y'all don't want me to try to get as a sponsor?
I don't give a shit. CP's gonna say Harbor.
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, Harbor
Freight. That's what we need to get.
I will not send an email to Harbor Freight. Don't worry.
If you do, anyways, they're going to tell you there's safety product involved. Because that's not happening.
They're going to see the email and then ban me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you're already banned. If you're associated with me, I guarantee you they probably they follow me around.
I've never seen them sponsor anybody. So.
Oh yeah, they do.
Oh,
really?
Oh yeah, they pay people for videos. They're quiet about it. You just don't hear about it.
I know they pay for like reviews and stuff. I've heard about that on their website.
Oh wow.
Yeah. They're dirtballs.
I'm not cheap though. I'll do stuff, but I'm not cheap.
Listen, their winch is pretty good though. I'll give them that.
Yeah, I got a Badlands winch. I've got a 12,000-pound Badlands winch. I've got a few things.
I mean, yeah.
Did you get the wire?
Reach out there, but apparently Monster transmission is not good though.
No, they're not bad. It's just they don't.
Well, somebody, I think it was on one of these lives, was telling me Monster's not.
I don't know.
They used to work for Monster or something.
Oh, maybe that's what. Because I've got a Monster clutch, which I don't know if that's the same people.
Monster transmission.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know them guys.
Yeah, I think you were the one telling me they're not.
Yeah, I went down and met. So when they were first opening that shop, before they got involved with Gas Monkey Garage, they invited us down because they wanted to see about hiring on transmission people, and they basically paid for us to come down. So I was like, like, you're gonna pay me to come down and drink in Florida for the weekend? Like, I'm like, sure. I was like, I ain't gonna work for you, but. And then they told us how they wanted to get us to build transmissions, and they were looking for They were looking for guys that were technically advanced and they could train to build high-end transmissions for racing and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, it was pretty shitty. So actually, if you look at Vice Grip Garage's video, I think he's in their shop, the one they started in. I think they've moved, and it was just basically a building. Mm-hmm. And I was like, Like when they first started, it was pretty. They offered $120,000 a year for me to come down there.
Oh,
wow. I mean, if they want to be a sponsor and send a transmission, that would
free transmission. The free transmission,
right?
Yeah. No, I'm down. I mean,
I don't think they will.
I mean, I'm not trying to bash on them. I am, but I ain't.
You're not. They're not the Holy Grail. I got what you're saying.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, now they might be. I mean, like Character said, they're in what they used to, but hell, I know that Cletus and McFarland's using them. So
he was not anymore. He's so RPM is. He didn't use Monster transmission. He used our Monster clutches, and now he's with the slipper clutch on Leroy.
Oh, so he got rid of the Monster clutches.
Yeah. Well, and I don't. When he said it wasn't because.
Yeah, you're right.
He's still running a Monster clutch in the Bald Eagle machine.
Right,
but when he went to, they needed to go to something different. It wasn't because it was a problem with the clutch. Leroy was making so much fucking power. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
this is a family channel tie.
But yeah, I don't. I got a monster clutch in.
Yeah, when it don't hurt.
I like it. But I don't know if it's the same people.
I'm going to be spamming these companies. I'm spamming everybody.
Yeah, I just don't. Honestly, I mean, for me, my guy builds my transmissions locally, so it's like,
there's no reason.
they do what I need them to do. So I never do build I don't build tons of high end, high horsepower transmissions. So that's not my realm.
Well, and even if it was like a mild build, listen, if they ask you what you want, tell them we're going to make 1,000 horsepower, and then if we never make it, at least it's built to it.
Yep.
Sure.
I mean, realistically, that car on 600, 700 horsepower on a boost setup is going to be fast enough to get you into trouble.
And hopefully, hopefully.
I don't know, Turk.
I think they might be too. I know they're both green. I know that. So
I can't build a torque converter. Okay. I don't think I've ever tried.
He says he uses monster torque converters.
Oh,
earlier.
I don't think I've ever tried to build torque.
I mean, they're not actually. All they're doing is buying parts and building transmissions. They're not actually making anything themselves.
Yeah.
So all they are is just, what I mean? Like, they're not the company that's like building the parts for. They're just building.
So they're just taking other people's parts and that are good parts, hopefully, and putting in there.
Oh yeah, they like the billet, the billet goodness and clutch packs and whatever,
I do know that about them.
What are you guys expecting horsepower out of this? No turbos or anything.
I would assume the 6.0,
300
in the weight of that vehicle. I would assume probably around 350.
We're going to tune it and get a little bit more out of it than stock. But really, you're not going to get nothing without any power adders.
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering.
Especially if we get some sponsors. I'm down with doing cams and turbo.
Well, here's the thing. If you're going to do a turbo, you don't really need to throw a cam in that thing because it's going to force it down it no matter what. You can, you could do a turbo cam, but I mean,
I'm just saying either or. Whoever ends up, if Comp Cans wants to sponsor, they're not going to put a turbo on it.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, there's a lot of people that have turbo cams, and that's where, if we're going to get a cam, I would think
you're right, Pat. I think
sponsored. I would go with turbo.
Sound better with a cam. I'm just saying.
I just hope that we get a good outcome, just for the fact
get about 70 horsepower. I think is what we'll probably be shooting for with the tune on it. So about 70 over stock.
Say that again.
I don't know what they're rated at. 320 maybe.
370
or something like that.
Yeah. So you're 375 in that rig. It's gonna sound faster than it is if we stick
of course.
It's gonna sound cool. It's gonna be cool.
Is it gonna feel fast?
But if you're challenging people to a race,
if you're gonna go call motherfuckers out, you're gonna want a Hong Kong Spoolie Boy on there.
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
Hong Kong Spoolie Boy.
That's right.
Yeah, that might be what know what we're doing.
Or we get a set of the Nagasaki Nasty Boys and do a little set of twins.
I've never done twin turbo, so
listen, it's
you'll have people there that know what they're doing.
All right, yeah, you're right.
Listen, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna wing it.
Oh, come on! Now. I got to drive it home still, and I want to.
What about turbo lag with it?
So, that's the thing. It's where you stand on the two-step, and she pops and she bangs, and then she goes.
Okay.
Like you ever watch any of these turbo cars?
You might be right, man.
So
I just don't know.
The thing is, if we do turbo, that adds a problem for tuning. Is your
tuning and harnessing? Yeah, I get that.
You got
we'll know by then if we're going to have sponsors and what they're going to pay for and what they're sponsoring.
Well, so the other thing to think of going into that is the stock computer won't be able to do any of the turbo stuff on that. So we'll need turbo controller, all that other stuff.
So you're going to have to make that decision early.
Well, exactly, because that's a decision you want to make. Because I mean, at that point, I keep coming back to Holly on this, but the Holly's an all-in-one, and you can do the turbo controllers and all of that stuff.
Right. And I know for sure before we do anything, I'm gonna have the motor pulled and the harness and the fuels boxes, and I'm keeping all that with it, computers and all.
Yeah.
And then we'll decide what we're going down from there.
He's playing with his toys.
Yeah,
I was waving at the camera.
I can't remember how to shut this thing off.
You got to hold the power button.
So there's still a lot up in the air, guys. But we got, and I say we got a lot of time. But if you look at the time frame, we really
5 months. Hold on, because I have a timer.
But we have enough time
to get the mode button on the side.
Yeah, as long as I'm staying on it, which I will.
5 months, 28 days, and no hours because it's after midnight now.
It's 1:30. It's 11:38. It's after midnight.
Or whatever.
Yeah,
Close
it's
enough.
not after midnight.
I think it's still on. It might be on East Coast time. I'm not sure.
I'm done. Let's see. Sorry about that.
But yeah. So yeah, if we're gonna want to do a turbo setup, that changes a few things. But I mean, realistically, I would say we build the whole thing off of eBay or Amazon or whoever the hell you want to, because I know you have a thing with eBay, whatever.
Yeah, jerk eBay. We're pissed off at them.
Hey, Cletus, Slim said he's listening, and he said to ask you what's left so he can tell you what he will and won't be able to do.
What's left?
Everything's left.
We haven't assigned any jobs except for dudes with wrenches. And he's going to be, he already did that. He's going to measure the cooling system at the room we have for cooling system. And he said he's also going to pull it in there and just give it a once over.
Alrighty.
So right now, so if he wants to bring in some buffing equipment, if he wants to buff out the paint, you said he's good at that stuff. If he wants to bring his detailing equipment for the carpet and interior and all that, everything's open right this second.
And seeing so, I don't have any good idea of what we're gonna have to massage on that freaking tunnel. It will probably behoove us to get at least the carpet in the front pulled out. Because
we're gonna pull it all out. It's so nasty. We're gonna pull it all the way down to the wiring and everything.
Yeah. Well, which means if you're doing that means the dash has to come out because that all go. The floorboard doesn't. So the last couple of cars I did, the carpet and everything goes up underneath the freaking.
No, it stops and you pull it out. I've done. Okay. I pull them out. I pulled
on mine. On the Subaru, it went all the way up underneath the freaking the heater core and all that bullshit and blower motor on mine. Yeah,
that's crazy.
I'll bring a razor.
I guess I've never pulled the carpet out of a Subaru, but most cars aren't that way.
Well, I mean, you could have cut. I guess you could have cut it and. Just
No, I don't cut it. I don't cut them. Most of them just stop right there, and they just pull out from underneath and slide back under. You could look on pics. Okay. No, you said you were going to do it once over, check the brake rotors and all that shit. Maybe Bimbro or whatever maybe they'll sponsor us.
Brembo. Yeah.
Brembo.
I would go after O'Reilly's if I was going to do anything. Honestly,
I'll get with you in your local city. And I can
you can call O'Reilly's National and just be like, it doesn't matter. You get a hold of somebody.
Oh, last time I contacted them, though, they said get with my local O'Reilly's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So get with your local O'Reilly's and order
that wasn't
a bunch
for
of
a build,
parts.
though. That was just for a YouTube sponsor.
Yeah.
So I mean, get with them through local O'Reilly's and do that then.
Yeah.
That's what I do. You know, I mean, it doesn't matter. If you get with your local, they can probably order. You can probably get a deal set up so that way you can order nationally.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I can order national anyway. I have my dealer stuff to them. So.
I mean,
it's never a good discount.
I know I can get parts at cost, but I mean, like, if we need any parts, I can obviously get parts at cost. But you know, I mean, like, if you wanted, I would go for for honestly, the best way for you to do it is to get lock onto a parts store. I mean, don't even bother with Napa because they're worthless. They won't even do anything for guys that are. But like, if you talk to somebody at CarQuest, they're probably going to be very. I mean, granted, I don't like the parts, but for your budget, if you're wanting to do this for your budget or whatnot.
Look, dude said the O'Reilly's around there sucks.
Look at
got banned from that one. This guy said they could suck me sideways. So
I saw a video about the parts store stuff. I believe that he got banned from there.
Let me get off.
You guys have an AutoZone up there?
Yeah, we got AutoZone. We got
AutoZone headquarters is not very far from me, so
okay. There you go.
I don't know. I know where I was in Maryland, CarQuest was the place that had everything. Like that's where they mixed paint.
We have a CarQuest DC, and we have a Napa DC, and we have a Riley's DC right here. And so that means your Advance and CarQuest are the exact same. What's that?
I'm not aware of a CarQuest around us in Arkansas, so I'm just thinking when it gets back.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, Advance and CarQuest are the same.
Yeah, they're the same thing.
Bumper sells CarQuest parts, but
CarQuest they were like all the dealerships and the shops and everything in there all basically got the majority of their stuff through CarQuest, and CarQuest would drive it out to you. I
can tell you that CarQuest is probably as far as I deal with them for parts. I mean, I don't like it, but that's who the easiest people for me to deal with is because they don't want to deal with a small shop. None of the parts stores want to deal with a small shop. And even though I'm doing like $250,000 to $500,000 worth of parts a year, And Napa basically laughed at me and said, "Yeah, sorry, we don't want nothing to do with you." You know, CarQuest they gave me all my shit for right away. They're like, "Yep, we'll take care of you.
Nice.
No problems asked," and they were easy to deal with. So as far as me, and they do labor claims too, and that's the other reason why. And nobody else like Napa, O'Reilly's pays about half, but CarQuest pays all their labor claims.
Wow.
So
what's
I know it's real early, but do you know of any car shows that are around that area we could go to after
April? And probably not going to be a whole lot of car shows.
I was looking them up. I couldn't find anything.
April gets a lot of car shows around here. That's what I was wondering. But the weather's nice around here usually in April. Unless it's rain.
You're also 8 hours, 10 hours away, 12 hours away, so you're straight south. And that definitely, and up here in April, you're looking at probably maybe 50, 60 degree temps. It depends on what. I mean, it can be 70 degrees in April, but I mean, you don't want to bank on that.
Could be 40 degrees.
I'm definitely reaching out to Rock Auto.
I mean, should I just bring the car down there? Should I just trailer the car down there and we go that route? I mean,
we don't have anywhere to work on it though.
I see a place right now.
No, there's no room to do all that.
It's not big enough, I mean, it's big enough.
So I can actually, there's two options I can do. A buddy of mine, he rents out his shop for people to work, and I'm like, well, then and he's got a 50,000 square foot warehouse, and he rents out that. Yeah, so it's like a shit ton of room. Like you can park your truck and trailer in there and everything.
Which would be nice because the truck and trailer has a ton of stuff in it that we could use.
Yeah.
And
like I said, once I roll the car out, it can actually be set up like a workshop,
Right.
Once you move a few
so I talked to him and I said, "Hey, what kind of deal can I work out for you if we do a little plug-in for you or whatnot on doing, come over to your shop and do it?" And he says, basically, he's like, "How many days you need?" That's the way he said to me.
2 to 3, but 7 would be the most.
I would say plan for a week.
Because with 10 guys, there's 10 guys. I don't have the space in my current location.
And I think it's going to be more like, especially with Dudes and Wrenches, he's bringing a couple guys too. So I think it's going to be more like, at first anyway, for a little while, it's going to be like 12 to 13 people.
I'd kind of like to see 2 cars on the lift. I'd kind of like to see 2 cars on the lift, and maybe doing.
Well, Wasted has his Subaru that
I mean,
it's almost with the LS in it.
Yeah. I think if we, I think that kind of might be the route I go, is because he's just like, yeah, go ahead, man. If you guys are going to plug my shop and give me free advertising.
That's a sponsorship right there for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down with that.
But I know him, so he's a good friend, and he has everything there. He has welders. He has a lot of equipment and shit that I don't have to move my stuff too.
Well, I will have in the trailer. I'll have the MIG set up. I got a big Miller, but I don't have any TIG capabilities. I just don't
need any TIG shit, should we? We're doing a budget build.
Shouldn't, but I'm just saying I don't have the money to buy a TIG yet. I want one. It's on.
Should I bring this piece of exhaust from this Dodge with me? Should I save that for the?
No.
Did you get under there and look at it? What kind of exhaust is underneath that thing?
Oh, it's at the cat. It's cut off.
So it still has a cat.
It still has a cat. I don't know if there's anything in there, but maybe I should look at that because if it does, maybe I'll cut it off.
Almost the rest of the truck.
You know what?
So that's worth as much as a truck right there.
What about the local dealership? I don't know that they're going to want to hop on board with this LS swap in a Volvo.
Yeah.
Local Chevy dealerships are terrible.
Yeah. Plus, it's a Volvo. They're like, no, I don't. Now, I do have a video when I get back. This shop that I go to all the time. I'm going to take the Volvo over there for an oil change and have the guy come out and be like, "Hey, while you're in here, can y'all replace this?" Anyway, he's going to be like, "What the hell?" I'm going to make a video with it. It's going to be fun.
Listen, the only reason I brought up TIG is sometimes there's aluminum shit that needs to get welded.
There ain't nothing aluminum on that Volvo. It's
maybe
all steel.
The radiator we're putting in. But
I guess
but is there anybody that
mounts on a radiator? About that.
You just build the mounts and then put rubber things.
The mounts can do steel ones with rubber, so I'm sure that.
Yeah, but like I said, is there anybody there that can TIG weld?
I mean, if we have to, I got guys. I mean, there's welding shops all over.
Weld. It's not going to be pretty.
I haven't done it. It's going to take
years, but I know how to do it. I can do it.
Yeah, doing it nicely is different.
Yeah,
I think
it'll be all right.
I think if we got some pipe that we can put up there and you can weld that up. I think just to get some exhaust on it.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely going to be.
Yeah, but we MIG that stuff though, right?
Yeah.
Well, it depends when you start talking about, because if we're talking about going turbo, then there's
then you would want to MIG weld. You could MIG weld all your turbo shit in for your intercooler.
For the hot side, but when you get to the cold side, that's normally all aluminum.
Right.
You can MIG aluminum. You just have to have the right stuff for it.
The spool gun, which is what.
Yeah.
So
And argon.
I have the Miller 252 that Tarek's talking about. I just don't have the spool gun attachment for it. I just never got it.
Right. I think that kind of takes out a purpose though, the budget build side of it though. I think if we got
definitely need a budget build.
I agree.
Yeah.
I can TIG weld, but I'm not great at it, especially not on thin.
Yeah.
Have you guys decided to stick to the $3,000 budget yet? Have you committed to that?
Yeah, I was thinking that'd be perfect.
Well,
budget.
that's the thing, but you keep going back and forth on whether or not you want power to call people out and go.
Exactly, because it depends on sponsorship.
Sponsors.
So if we get no sponsors, I'm going to say we stick with it 3,000.
If I can remember that one company, I guarantee you they'll send you a turbo. I can't remember the name of them. They asked me if I wanted one, and I said, hell no. I don't need your guys' shit.
Turbo, a set of turbo manifolds. I mean, realistically, the ones on my car, I took stock manifolds and cut them and put V-bands on them and made my own. If you go watch, I have a video. I spent $200 on my entire hot rod. I made it out of leftover exhaust from a Denali. Right. And I'm gonna have to rebuild it because I did it without leaving the accessories on there, and there's some clearance issues that I've
wasted. Since you already kind of know of that stuff, can you get us a price list together for a turbo add-on?
I'm gonna need.
Well, I'm just saying you have some experience in it.
Put some quotation marks in there.
You have a little bit of experience with it.
If you have the tube, we need two. Well, it depends. So the thing is with the manifolds is we need to put the motor in the car, get it where we want it, and then I can see, do we want a center dump? Do we want to take the left side, flip it to the right side? Okay. I need to see where the steering column comes in as far as headers go.
So you did it wrong.
Yo, CP, are you gonna be able to find that turbo company?
Totally did do it wrong.
I'm gonna send you this. I'm gonna send you the video that Dudes with Wrenches sent me earlier. It is a LS swap. It's a 5.3, but it's in a 960.
Okay.
Is it on YouTube there, right?
It's on YouTube, yeah. I can send it all.
I can get an idea of what you're.
I looked it up. I think I watched a couple of them.
But yeah, as far as so we just need a couple of V-bands and a block, and the basic thing is going to be the tubing, wherever we can get that. Like I said, I made mine for cheap because I used leftover tubing, 3-inch exhaust on that Cadillac from the cat back, and then I used the 2.5.
Smoked Out Garage. That's the name of the channel. The guy that did this one, and it's a 960.
If we're gonna add a turbo, we'll probably have to call my buddy on that for fucking getting that thing to run. Tuning on that one. I never tuned a turbo car.
Well, and this is what I was
no idea.
And what I keep going back to saying to the Holly on this, the nice thing about the Holly is they've got maps for, you can type in, go to their base maps on the Holly software, and you can pick your turbo size, your engine size, and all that, and it gives you a base map that'll start the car, and it'll learn itself.
Yeah, so let's make it easy. Let's make it easy then. If I can get Holly to sponsor it, we'll go turbo. If I can't, we won't.
Well, you can. My buddy, he'll program a stock PCM with a turbo, and all he does is hook his laptop. He's already got a program. They're all out there. There's guys that have them already set up for a 6-liter. You give the turbo size, your blow off valve, all that shit, and then you basically set that tune up for that.
The only problem with going that route is that we have to go a separate standalone for the turbo controllers. Anything a boost controller, anything like that, you can't run that on the stock PCM. No. And that's the one nice thing about the Holly is you can run all of that on the Holly, and that's basically at that point the only.
The Holly is definitely a nice kit. I understand.
But what about?
I think that's what I'm going to do, though. I think that's what I'm going to go with. If Holly will sponsor us. Or even half.
It's not a budget build then. If we get a Holly kit though, it's not a budget build though.
That's true.
But CP,
if they sponsor a Terminator X, the one we're talking about to do everything we want to do is $1,600.
Right, but that's half the budget cut. That's why it's not a budget build.
As soon as I said it, I was like, to me, $5,000 is a budget.
It's still a budget build, but a realistic, like a normal person budget build, $3,000 still pretty expensive for most.
I think a guy can. There's a lot of guys though that build, and there's a lot of guys that run separate boost controllers with stock PCMs and still do a budget build. I think you could if you get. I mean, but the problem is you're gonna have to buy a turbo for $1,000.
Yo, but
probably.
You can't find that a good one. You can't find that old company that was trying to sell you a turbo or give you a turbo.
I can't. I tried looking them up there on my Instagram, and I told them the pound sand. They were like, I didn't know Cleetus used them. He got a turbo from them the other day, and I was like, oh, that's the same company that contacted me. And I was like, oh, they were going through YouTube and asking everybody. These guys go through. I get emails every day. I've turned down so much shit. It's like,
oh, Cleetus, you don't want to go with them?
Listen, I don't buy rims
or even half sponsors. Then we'll go turbo. If not, I'm gonna say no.
Okay,
we'll just go without it.
Well, and what I'm saying to that is, if you're gonna call out people with your LS swapped Volvo NA, you're gonna how'd it go from the horrible bosses? I lose a lot.
Yeah, you're drag racing in a Prius.
Yeah, exactly. And that's not to say that down the road someday we don't do that and go down that way. It just depends. If you're going to build this and go call out other YouTubers with fast cars, that's probably not unless you're down to get.
Well, you can call out hoopties. This is what I'm saying though. This is the direction you got to pick with this. Is what you're either going to go one way or the other. That's all there is to it.
Or Thunderhead.
I mean, if you stick at the $3,000 budget, that opens you the door to the hoopty challenge. Duct tape, zip, drag.
Well, I'll challenge anybody to build a $3,000 hot rod and race me.
Yeah. Like this is where that's why I said that. Like after 3,000, then you're going to start to have to. You can do a budget build that's going to be a 500-600 horse car, but you're not going to be. You're going to be on the side where you're racing people legit, like straight up. You're going to become a drag racer. Like, like a street racer, drag racer. You're looking at building a 10-second car. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're looking at building a 10-second car once you get up to putting the turbo on it.
And I don't really care to do that. I want a daily driver that I could race somebody if I wanted to. That's all I want.
I don't know if you're ever going to get that thing down in the 10s with our plans with it.
Well, if you put heads and a cam and then a turbo, like I wouldn't put a turbo on unless I'm putting heads and a cam and putting
I mean, you don't really need to with these LS motors. You just keep them stock and throw the fucking boost down the throat of it.
Well, if I'm putting a turbo on, I want it to run 10 seconds. That's what I'm saying.
Well, you're also talking about putting a good turbo on. I was talking about $175 overnight
eBay
from China.
special.
Thank you very much.
Overnight from Japan. Not Japan.
But
China.
The problem is, think about this though. Why would you put a $175 turbo and a Holley EFI kit on? That doesn't make any sense. Like you're putting a good tuning system with a cheap ass turbo. Like, I mean, I get it. Like, I understand. Like, if you're going to do now you're building a 12-second skip box.
The idea for me is that the Holley system allows you to do more for longer. You buy it once, and it lets you do all the things that you're going to plan to do down the road. Whereas you can, if you did, and this is what I ran into with my Z. I did, this is before Holley was big, and I couldn't do it in the Z, but I did a standalone computer, and where I'm at now, I've spent as much money on that standalone or stock one that I would have just got a Holley. Which is why when I did the Subaru, the most expensive part in the whole thing is it has a Dominator setup. It's way more than I need for what I'm starting with.
Right.
But down the road, I will be able to grow into it. Right. And that's my only thing with this car. If you're planning on keeping it for a while, especially with this crew, we're going to keep doing things to it as we go down the road.
Well, I plan on keeping it a while. I plan on meeting back up with you guys.
And that's my only thing with it is buy it once. You know what I mean?
But if you don't have to buy a Holley, you don't see if we're doing a stock PCM, you're not spending that much money by doing a stock PCM with a $3,000 budget build. So you have the opportunity to buy that Holley system to add on to it.
How much are we thinking here? Harness, computer, modified, tuned, the whole 9 yards.
The harness and the computer are going to be less than $300. If you have to buy, but you're not going to have to probably buy an extra harness because I think if we use the harness, that you're running a 6-liter. Here's the thing: a 6-liter would run 10 seconds with a good turbo. I know for a fact you can because I can make a 5.3 run 12 seconds with probably 100 shot of nitrous.
Well, I'm not trying to get that fast, guys.
There is a very fast Volvo that did drag week this last year. Very fast. They're out there.
Yeah. The one that done Rocky Mountain Race Week was under 10 seconds.
Yeah,
it was under 9.5.
And that's like Tarek was saying with the turbo. Start cheap and move up. You can build everything,
Right.
and then when you grenade $175 turbo, and it's like whatever. You grenade a $3,000 freaking precision.
Depends on how bad it comes apart.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like if you run the $3,000 budget, and then you can then if you like doing this drag shit, because it's going to be enough. Trust me. With running a $3,000 hoopty and keeping up with the maintenance on that alone, you're going to have enough and you're going on your hands. You'll decide if you want to go to that next level. Because the next level,
not wrong.
It's not going to be a daily driver at that point.
And that's what I want. I want to where you just take the car show and it's a sleeper. I want something that just has a little bit of power.
And the turbo, you're not going to be able to hide the turbo on that thing once you slap a turbo on. You probably can if you take the inner fenders, maybe cut them. I don't know, whatever. I don't know what
sound and stuff, It's.
So it's dual.
You hear spoil up.
We would want to do a cutout so that we could run it through exhaust, keep it quiet, and then when it's actually time to use it, you uncork it and
with the switch.
Should be the way to go.
Yeah, so I just think you probably need to figure out which way you want to go. Honestly,
it all depends on what sponsors we get. Honestly,
you're going to build
if we don't get any sponsors or don't get any bigger sponsors, what we'll do is just stick with the cheapest build we can do.
Yeah, and then I think at
and
that
just
point
challenge people. Hey, get a $3,000 car.
You take it on drag week or power tour or whatever, and you hang out with the little guys and
the other Volvos.
Not even the other Volvos. You don't go calling out, Vice Grip and some of these guys that have nice shit.
I'll call out Vice Grip. Like, if you can get a $3,000, hoopty, let's get it.
Yeah, you can call Vice Grip on cars that he's got. I mean, he's got cars that you'll be able to run with. Like, I mean, he's the type of guy that would race you on shit like that.
Yeah.
His Cadillac ran. What did that thing run when he ran on Power Tour? It ran like a 17.
Yeah,
nice.
A big block cat with all the gear in it.
That's
with all the freaking gear in it.
That's a heavy car.
And they ran against that Lincoln. That was pretty freaking cool.
Yeah,
and that's the cool shit about this is like. You need to get your feet wet before you start going all this. In my opinion, that's what I would do. And that's what I'm planning on doing too. I want to build something simple and just have a cruiser and get to know what's going on. And once you get out there, you're going to meet a lot of guys and they're going to tell you, hey, I know where there's a Holly kit that you can buy for $500 or, a lot of these guys know where deals and swap meets and shit like that. And you're going to pick up parts along the way.
Well, like I said, if we do end up getting a sponsor that wants to put Holly on it, then it'll be different. But as far as I think you're right. Start out simple. Start out.
I just like the $3,000 budget, so it keeps you into the. I'd like to see you go to the zip tie or to the duct tape drags or the hoopty challenge. Like here's the thing: is that hoopty challenge with Freiberger that's a cool thing. Like if you can get hooked up on that car is really set up to do that pretty well. In my opinion, I mean,
granted, it stands out from a crowd of cars.
All right, guys, I'm gonna LS swap the Jeep.
Yeah, there you go. I'm telling you, like,
good.
I mean,
that's the thing about these LS swaps. When you do them into things that are not done all the time and they stand out, that's where you're gonna shine in a sea full of it. Because LS swaps are on everything.
Right. So it's got to be different, unique to LS swap.
Well, I'm going to be running the full budget, including this free engine that I'm getting, because after I sell the stuff, it's going to be free. It's not going to cost me anything.
Well, you got to work out all the math on that.
Huh?
You're going to have to work out all the math. You're going to have to do a bit, at the end on your channel, you're going to need to do a breakdown. And
it's going to break down all the math we got into. Not including travel expenses or anything like that.
No, not food and travel, because I think that's part of us having fun.
Exactly, just building.
Budget, we'll blow the beer. If we're doing $3,000, we're going to blow the beer budget.
So dudes is already donating the Volvo. That's the free car. He's already. I got to pay for the gas to get it down there, but I don't think I count it even.
I don't think that counts towards the budget.
Right. So it's going to be the engine's free, the car is free. So transmission cost, and then everything in between.
How much did you get that engine for?
I'm going to GMC big block.
I got the engine, transmission, the whole vehicle for $900. So.
Oh yeah, so Wood makes a great point here. A Summit or Jegs could sponsor an EFI system.
They could, or sponsor. I'm down for any kind. I would love to find a wheel and tire sponsor.
Pick it up on the way from Dallas.
So wheel and tire is going to be interesting with that lug pattern.
Yeah, I haven't looked. I haven't done any more research on it, but I did have it wrote down. It's 5 by 4.25 or 5 by 107.95 or 108.
Yeah, 108. Yeah, that is the cars that we were naming off last night that run that. There's not a lot of cool
far few in between. But there's a lot of.
You gotta have a cool car where aftermarket people make. It's like that's the problem. That
there's a lot of aftermarket wheels out there. Yeah, not like stock wheels.
Spacer.
Well,
there was adapters. Yeah, there was a whole list of aftermarket wheels
that run that size.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
A whole list.
Well, because like Subaru has an issue with their freaking their lug size for rims.
BBS, bud.
Black
steels.
So
I don't know about steels on a Volvo.
There's plenty of
steel with a baby moon.
What is it, like rally style rims and stuff like that? But if you want to put some meat
on
a Subaru, trying to find rims for that is not easy.
I'd like BBS on. That's what I want to do.
Reach out to him.
BBS on Jeep? Nah, bro, that'd be gross.
What you tripping?
Dinky Pinky is looking a little frozen over there.
I would put 13 spokes on a Jeep.
Nah, I don't want spokes.
Fucking Dayton's.
Dayton's, buddy. Yes. Knockoffs.
Yeah, knockoffs.
I'm okay.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Hey, I'm gonna leave it on, but I gotta run in the house real quick. I'll be right back.
I'm actually about to shut her down, bro.
Shut it down at the same time.
If y'all want, I can leave it running.
Still watching.
I'm going to bet. I can leave it running with y'all guys if you want.
Yeah, it'd be all night because it won't stop.
Good. Yeah.
I've got to shut down. I've got to go to the junkyard tomorrow. So do you, I guess, 113.
Yeah, I got to be up at 6:30. So.
Yeah, I got to go to the store in the morning. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, not like I got a bunch to do tomorrow, but I would like to get something done tomorrow. Maybe
I use more loosely. It's like 11:30.
This was going to be a short one. It's kind of it's almost 3 hours still, but it's kind of short.
It's a short one, man.
I only get to run one more live for the month. I have 4.5 hours left.
Damn,
I've done 2 lives.
You can just link yours to mine and be all right.
We'll start locking into Cletus's.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. We can figure it out. I don't care. As long as y'all ain't trying to take my YouTube stuff. No.
Right.
Get my YouTube information. I don't care.
Sabotage. Bro, I was looking at my analytics today. These fools have hit me for 92 subscribers since in my total time I've lost.
God.
48 of those are from other.
Look at that.
Ridiculous.
What'd you do? You went down from 500 now?
No, I'm still at 500. I was just now that I hit 500, I was looking at everything, all the numbers and whatnot. So total, if I hadn't lost, which granted, like 19 of those are from other things, but
this is last month.
Oh wow,
580
last
right now.
month.
Yeah.
Where's your uncle at tonight, Terry?
Oh, there he is. There's the man, the myth, the legend.
He's
where's your uncle?
He's swimming.
He's swimming.
Yeah, he went for a deep dive a few years ago.
Oh, who did we lose? Monster.
Yeah, looks like Monster rolled.
What's up with that comment? What do you mean, dudes? What are you talking about? What up?
Comment.
This gonna be a short one.
What's your uncle's name again, Derek?
Why don't you tell him?
Osama.
Yeah.
Wouldn't matter.
Tarek. His name's actually Tarek. I always say it wrong. So
yeah,
you guys have a chance. So you have a chance to do it right.
Tarek, right?
Yeah.
What was I saying? Tarek.
I answered to anything. Honestly, I don't care. I mean,
what comment did you make, WTF?
Oh, he's
as long as Zip Tie's on here. Zip Tie's will call you a dirt
that disappeared because he said something about Mexicans slow or something like that. It was his comment that got removed. The one I was telling you about earlier.
Oh yeah.
Who's commenting?
So dude commented on his own video and said something about the Galaxy being spelled different. It's spelled in I'll tell you exactly what he said because I still have it on my notifications here. So dude said that's the Galaxy spelled with a Y. This is Spanish version, way more low tech. And then I replied to that, "Oh, my bad. I didn't know. I'm not very cultured," is what I responded. And they pulled both of those comments out of his video.
Douchebag. They really fuck with you guys when you're smaller.
Oh yeah.
I'm in between. I'm in that in between stage where they. Well, here's the thing: is though I made a lot of videos, so once you get a lot of those videos out, I think they don't mess with you until you get to 100,000, and then they start ripping on you again.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I think I have almost as many videos as you do because you got what 200 and some.
500.
Oh, 500. Never mind. I'm nowhere
I think
near
part
that.
of it though too is all this, you know, now with everything going on, they don't actually have people reviewing stuff. It's all this, you know, all the AI reviewing the algorithm.
Yep.
And so it's like so much bullshit is getting caught up as being like racist or sexual or whatever. And then like even like I noticed even like on Facebook, if you want to contend it and you fight it, and then it's like, oh, sorry, we still found out that that's a again, it's still a violation. It's like you didn't even review it. No one's actually checking the shit. You're just making assumptions because you picked up a few key words, but you know it's just like reading a text with no context. It's like it could look racist, it could look wrong, or it could look whatever. But it's like unless you actually know the meaning of it, it's just like shut the fuck up.
Yep. No, I didn't think it was bad at all, dudes. I think it's just because you used low tech and Mexican in the same sentence. I think it was talking shit.
Exactly. They probably thought they were talking shit about Mexicans.
Yep.
Did you watch any of the stream the other night, Tarek, when Robert had bias flies on? Zipping flies and touching guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see all the violence that was going on in that conversation?
No, because I think I was just listening. I wasn't reading the comments because I was driving.
Oh, no. If you were listening, you should have heard everything. I mean, there was everything going on in there.
So he's going to demonetize that one. Which
no. The only one I guess the only one I saw is actually where he was in. He was in the chat
on Sunday night.
No, I didn't watch that one. It was I think the Friday or Saturday when he was in the chat. That was the last one I saw.
The one on Sunday. The one on Sunday.
Robert's on Sunday. He got in and he was tuned up.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fucking mint.
I didn't. At the end, I felt embarrassed that I was a white man.
There was some. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Monster. We thought you ran you off or something, bro.
Oh, my laptop. Okay, his laptop went down.
No, he said it didn't die. He just tired from sitting down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, damn.
Mine's about to, so I have to run in and get my charger. I'll be right back.
I'm shutting it down, boys. Come on, man.
Cleveland says he's
you
leaving.
keep saying
man.
that.
Tarek's not in here. You got to give Tarek a chance to get to know him a little bit.
He's putting away his torque wrenches right now. That's what I see.
Yeah.
You gotta get Tarek, tell people about yourself a little bit. What these guys haven't got a chance to meet you. I'll give you my version, so that way Tarek can tell you his version. So
I don't know.
Me and Tarek met,
is freaking skewed because you've been getting me to say his name wrong this whole damn time, and then he shows up and you're like, "Oh yeah, well that's wrong."
Say it however you want, because honestly, half the time I say it wrong because that's how the other person says it. It honestly, I'm not offended. It doesn't bother me. I have people that call me Terry. I've been called Timothy. I mean, people call me Derek. It honestly, I mean, if it sounds somewhat close to my name, I'm answering and I'm not saying anything. It doesn't mean anything. You know, I'm doing pretty good. If the worst thing that happens to me on a day-to-day basis is someone fucking up my name, I'm doing pretty good.
You ain't lying. Yeah.
Caesar, see, if you didn't see the video, I can play it here in a little bit, but it's rough, buddy.
So
I could smell that seat just when you open the door.
It looks so good until you open the door.
A diamond merchant.
I was like, okay, this could be a good truck to open the door. I'm like,
so Tarek, I met him off my buddy Braided CB's live stream. We became friends over some time, and then Tarek was always nice to me at first, and now he hates me. And basically he just does nothing. He trolls me 100 all the time now. So at first when he started trolling me, it was really hard because people would stick up for me and they're like, "Hey, asshole, like shut your mouth." And I was like, "Dude, it's Tarek. He's good."
Yeah.
And he fits in well in this group. He fits in well in this group because people don't get offended easily. And You know, like we mess with each other, but you got to watch what you say over on my channel because I developed some soft-hearted people.
Over here, you got to watch. You can't come in and go straight off the cuff because wood and metal is quick on the. If he doesn't know you and he doesn't know you're cool, wood and metal is quick on that. But
yeah, Pat Paulson gets deleted right now.
Yeah, I'm if I'm not like if I'm new to a group, I will only talk shit about the people I know. Like I'm not someone that, like, if I don't know you and someone made a joke about you, then I'm gonna like start saying stuff because it's not my place. But if I know you, I'm gonna run the gauntlet, you know, and that's usually how I kind of ease my way in. Well, you know, I like it because the reason I like talking, but the reason I like talking shit to CP and my other YouTube friends and stuff like that is because of how offended other people get. You know, again, they don't know the context.
Bro, I'm so easily offended.
Yeah, and and it's like you would think that you just beat up their mother and stole their purse, and it's just like you don't even know what. Yeah, you know, it's like you don't even know what's going on. Like you just go find someone to give you a hug or a teddy bear or something. But this is, this isn't the place.
Nobody talks shit to each other. We don't do that.
Yeah.
Eric has 100 subscribers and doesn't even have any content on his channel.
You said offended.
It'll be. And he's supposed to have content now.
I got something that's gonna make. I'm gonna make a little video. It's gonna make some people sad, but it's gonna make me happy.
I wish it would show the little things that he put up, but
doesn't.
The emojis.
Oh, the car.
Or special emojis.
Yeah, special ones since he's a member or whatever. Anyway,
yeah, it really shows it over here.
Yeah.
Does if you use YouTube versus StreamYard, will it show them?
Yeah, on YouTube it shows.
Yeah, but I can't have guests in YouTube, so.
Yeah, I'm surprised YouTube hasn't changed that to where you're allowed to have guests.
You would think they would get in on it.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that they don't. You would think that YouTube would like to keep as much in house as possible, even if you have to pay a little extra.
What makes more sense is Google probably owns StreamYard, and they're just getting you to pay for it.
Sure. True.
Secondary, whereas it would have to be free offered if they did it on. So that makes actually more sense.
And if Google doesn't own StreamYard, they will next week.
Exactly. They just heard it and they're like, "Oh shit, we should get on that."
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah. We gotta make sure that ink dries real quick.
Yeah. AI picked it up and flagged it.
Yeah. You flagged a bunch. Yeah, I don't know. It's all a bunch of bullshit the way they run this stuff. But
113 is your 113 is your shop? Is that a Versatube shop?
No, it's not. It's just a basic regular steel building.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you. I'm
looks like you got it. Video on looks like you got it all spray foamed.
Yeah. 2-inch closed cell.
Yeah,
that makes a world of difference.
Yeah, so when my shop was here before I moved in, and it was not built, and so I got an inch and a half of poly foam, and then I'm doing 2.5 inches of closed cell.
Oh wow, 2.5. That's nice.
Well, it's a little colder where you're at there in the winters.
Well, my whole thing is that you know I live pretty rural, but using a grinder at 2-3 in the morning, that even out in the country that carries. So I'm just trying to make it as soundproof as possible, and then I'm gonna
not that anybody would hear Tarek on his 10-acre compound.
You'd be surprised. I grew up in the middle of nowhere out there, and
it carries.
And when you're in the neighborhood and a new sound goes out, that's when everybody comes out and goes to investigate what the fuck that noise is.
Well, you don't have to see. You don't have to worry about not seeing what's going on at Tarek because he's also looks like a major league longer. Baseball.
I appreciate it, Dave. That's freaking awesome, bro.
Actually, I could walk out the door right now and bust off my 9, and it would be nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, 113. I'm gonna go outside and shoot this shotgun real quick. Tell me if you can hear it.
Yeah, I'll go outside and video.
Yeah.
Tarek has stadium lights basically lighting up his whole place. You couldn't, if you literally tried to sneak up on him, you'd have to go underground.
There is
I like that.
Lights and camera everywhere. Actually, when I moved, when I moved out here and when I started doing that, when the cameras and lights started going up, all the neighbors were inquisitive and they were asking if I was like going to start like a boys' home or something. They thought like I was going to start like a halfway house because they were like, "Why do you need all that?" And I'm just like, why not?
I don't trust you people. That's why.
Yeah. Honestly, most of it is like I like these are the witching hours are the hours that no one bothers me and I can get shit done. So more of it, so I can actually see what I'm doing and not like have to have a headlamp on 24/7 or set up work lights. So a lot of it is just for that. Plus, living in the country, it's dark as hell. I mean, there is no street lights. There is nothing. So it's actually nice to be able to kind of see where you're going and what you're doing and stuff. And actually now all the neighbors are happy that I put up the lights, because the corner that my property's on, the main road, is just off of that, and there's a lot of accidents. So people are actually happy now because that corner's lit up, and the dude with the cattle farm on the other side of the road says, "Oh yeah, ever since you put up those lights, we've had like, we used to get 4 or 5 cars in the field every year, and we haven't had any since you've done that." So they're cool with it now.
Oh, what's funny is Pat here says, watch for cops raiding his meth lab. So out where my car lot is, there's definitely some meth labs out there. Yeah. And I put up lights, and they're super bright. And my neighbor, they're not happy about it. You'll see them walk by, and they're not the ones you can shoot out, so they're LEDs. So they'd have to shoot out every single little.
Yep.
But they go by, and you just see them going by like this. I have my cameras or whatever. It's great.
So I just
put up an electric fence too, so he can.
Oh yeah.
He put up an elk-proof electric fence.
So the people,
those fucking elk are no joke, bro.
The people that bought the property next to me are just absolute. They're city dwellers that belong to stay in the city, if you know what I mean. And so this is supposed to be their retirement refuge, and they want to do all this gardening and have their peaceful sanctuary. But basically they got sold a bill of goods. They got sold 5 acres where maybe you'd be lucky that if 3/4 of an acre is actually usable. First of all, there's a creek that runs through the back of our properties. It's a protected creek. So you can't touch shit. Within
I think I guess it's like 50 feet or something like that.
It's even more than that because it's a protected waterway, and then and then the fact that it also floods during the winter, so then that floodplain is also considered part of it. All that kind of. Yeah. Anyways, the back of the property where most of their property is, it's like a 15% grade. So all they have is this one little strip. I mean, maybe if you wanted some goats or shit, but the lady who lived there. It's funny. There's only 3 properties on my street, but you still have to have the crazy lady. So the middle property was the crazy lady, and she was elderly. She just couldn't do anything. So the last like 25 years of her being here, everything was just overgrown. There was a pig shed that I didn't even know existed until these people started clearing. I mean, that's how overgrown shit was. Yeah. Anyways. So just now, anytime there's a problem, it's like somehow I'm the one that did it. You know what I mean? Everything is now my fault. I built a fence where I thought the property line was. There was no stake, but I measured off of the stake where I knew where it was. Well, it turns out when this property was divided, they didn't measure from the stake. They measured from the road, blah, blah, blah. So it was off by a few feet. So I'm like, cool, I'll move the fence. They they wanted it to be a fucking fight. You know what I mean? Just those kind of people,
Yeah, you're like, okay, I'll just take care of it. And they're like, oh, well, what do you mean you're just going to take care of it? No.
Yeah. And then they had
you're taking care of it.
Yeah. And then they had a survey done. And then they accused me of holding up the survey. Okay. I went from mechanics to starting my own business. I'm a general contractor. It's like, bitch, I deal with surveys every fucking day. I know how they work. Why would I hold them up? You know, like what you, and especially out in a rural area, their survey was over 20 grand. That benefits me.
Yeah.
That survey benefits me, even if I have to move a fence or two.
Yep.
So anyway, so I started taking down the fence, and they wanted to inspect every hole to make sure that all the concrete was out of the post. I mean, that's how fucking anal they were, you know.
Oh,
and then it was before I placed any posts and I set up the string line, they wanted to have like everything has to be a fucking meeting. So they wanted to have a meeting about where I was going to place the post to make sure that I wasn't encroaching on their property. It's like, no, that's not what's happening. I'm going to set a string line from marker to marker, and I'm going to put it where I decide I want to.
Yep.
You know. So anyway, so they just kept texting me and calling me, and finally I was like, hey, unless it's an emergency, I don't think we really need communication. So just to be a passive aggressive dick, when I started syncing the new posts, I also installed 3 rows of 13,000 volt, 15 joule electric fence. Just because I can't. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you want to talk about setting boundaries. Touch that line and find my boundary. You know,
how much does it cost to run that?
Not very much.
Yeah, as long as no one's getting hit with it.
Touching it.
Yeah. Electricity doesn't go anywhere. Yeah.
So from what I read, as long as you keep the weeds down, because that's the other thing. If like weeds and stuff grow into it, then it grounds itself out, and so it's constantly giving off its juice. So as long as it's like in a good state, on average, it should only cost $32 a year to run, is what it says.
Yeah, and a lot of those you can set up a solar setup that'll help offset some of that as well.
And I can run it, yeah, exactly. And that's what I was thinking about doing, is actually setting up a battery bank with a few deep cell because it can be on 12 volt or 120. So my thought was set up a couple of deep cells, couple solar panels, and in the summertime when we have good sunshine, let it run on the batteries. And then in the winter, kick it over to the 110. Let it run that way. But you know, I don't even honestly have to plug it in, because now I'm just like CP likes to say, I'm living rent free in their head, because now it's the thought of why would this person do this? Like, you know, I
got mortgages out there.
So.
You ever catch any animals in it?
No, it's only been up for a short amount of time. So okay. This is all recent stuff. And then the new fence I'm building starts at 8 feet, and as it goes down the hill, we're at currently close to 13 feet. I mean, it is just I'm building the Great Wall of China, like, you know.
Eric is one of 3 people that I talk to that I've met from YouTube on a regular, almost daily.
Yeah.
So this is, I talk to 3 people daily normally that I've met on YouTube. Eric I met when I first started, basically right off the bat, and then Nick Pixel, and then Steven Les. I talk to those 3 guys almost daily, or close to, at least every week, pretty much once or twice a week.
I think as far as what Caesar's saying, I think as long as you have a sign up.
Oh yeah. So I made sure I follow, like, so all of the state laws and regulations, I looked them all up before I did it and stuff. And so so I have to have it conspicuously marked, which means within, like, you know, you have to be able to see it every 50 feet. So I made sure under 50 feet there is a sign zip tied to, a plastic sign is zip tied to the line, so you cannot miss it. It's bright yellow. It's everything it's supposed to do. And then I also clear coated all the signs to make sure that with a UV protector to make sure that they'll hold up longer and stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely following the rules. And like I said, I don't even have to plug it in. It's just you know, now they know it's there, and so the thought of it, it's all about the, you know, just the thought of it, you know, because it wasn't here. They're not living here yet. They still live in the city. They haven't like actually moved in. So now they're just working on cleaning and clearing the property and that kind of stuff. So it's like one day they were here, it wasn't here. The next time they come, holy shit, what is this? You know what I mean? So it's all about, it's just about the perception. That's all it's for.
CP, did you drop a post or something? Because all of a sudden, there's a lot of people here.
We've got fan clubs, and then we've got people that follow us, and I'm sure there's guys that have subscribed to you now. They're from our channel. Maybe they've seen that Tarek's on, and once CP and Tarek get on, it gets pretty rowdy sometimes.
I'm just there. We're at 20 people in the chat now. About what are we? 27 minutes after Cletus wanted to go to bed.
I mean, do you want to shut it down, Cletus? You can. Don't feel obligated to stick around.
I don't know why you would want to keep all these people watching and keep
give it a little bit longer
and get more people in your members.
If I share it right now and like say that me and Tarek are on, I guarantee you, like you'll probably get like 30, 40 people in here.
It's weird because Chad and I can get on a roll and forget like people even in the chat, and we'll just be talking, and we'll be talking for 6, 7, sometimes 8 hours, and then it's like, holy shit, there's still 30 people just listening to us to babble like some 14-year-old girl. You know, we're not even talking about. I mean, we're like talking about picking scabs and having a busted tooth. You know, we're not even talking about anything. And it's like sometimes it's kind of cool that like
shtick here in all of our channels. That's literally how every night goes around.
Yeah.
Dudes, sound like your new friends here, dude. Come on.
Yeah. Here's the thing is, the thing on my channel is like I don't know how I ended up with like. There's a bunch of good subscribers, a bunch. I mean, like, don't let me say that, like, but then I also have like a few people that were like, I don't know if they're expecting stuff from me all the time or whatnot. And it's like, I feel like we were like, Tarek knows what I'm coming from on this, but it's like, sometimes we have to keep it a little bit PG-13.
Yeah.
Because it's
I mean,
like,
we had that incident last week where, someone was just, I mean, for weeks and weeks, this person was like asked not to do something in the chat, and they kept doing it. Like, oh, I'll work on it, and then it just like kept happening. So I finally was kind of, and then it was like, then they're like, oh, we're not here for the drama and stuff, and it's like, okay, then just shut. If you're not for the drama, just drop it and shut the fuck up. And then it's like, no, but I want to talk about it. It's like, see, that's the drama. You know, and it's like, let me hold your hand and walk you to the door. You know, and it's just like, it gets old.
If you say something that pisses them off, they blow up in the chat. Is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you'll hear them like, you know, like they would get all flamed in the chat. Yeah. That's what the problem was. It's like, you know, like offending somebody saying something was just a common.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially in the it's funny because as small as the tool world is on YouTube, the amount of sissies and crybabies and stuff in it, because it's like you talk bad about Harbor Freight and oh my God, you think like just because you can afford to buy tools off the tool truck, you think you're so great. It's like no, you forget this is all opinion based. You know,
they're sitting there waiting on edge, just waiting for you to say something.
Yeah, and they are, and then it's click, 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 click.
I feel like I'm always on eggshells.
It's all opinion based, and we've gotten to a society where everyone thinks their fucking opinion matters.
Yeah,
and that's the thing that I've realized. You know what? My opinion matters to me, but it doesn't matter to fucking anybody else, and I get that. But when you start thinking that you want to get everyone else, I don't know when people thought that they got to the point where they thought everyone needs to think like they do, because I don't necessarily want that.
Right? Yeah. Why would you have a good conversation with some people? Don't have conversations anymore.
Yeah,
they just want to argue their point.
Anybody, whatever tool you buy. I just, my channel, I started off because people were having bad information out there. And I was like, hey, look, if you're going to say that Snap-on sucks, maybe you should give a reason why instead of just saying it because it's too expensive.
They came in and said, look, this is why Snap-on sucks. I found out this is how they're building their tools or something. You know, you had a good argument base of why they suck.
Right. And a lot of times, people, the reason they say Snap-on or Mac sucks or whatever, it's because they have a shitty dealer. And it's like, okay, well, don't put your shitty dealer onto the tools, and maybe your dealer's shitty because you're a fucking cunt.
Then again, if somebody came in and said, "Hey, I don't like Snap-on, I think it's junk,"
that's fine. Yeah,
that's
cool.
I don't think I've ever heard somebody say that Matco or Snap-on or those guys are junk. I've just I've just heard everyone show gaped buttholes after they paid the bill. You know.
Oh yeah, that's definitely.
That's the thing I've heard the most about those.
That's definitely.
Usually, you won't hear a lot of people like a lot of times you won't necessarily people say, "Oh, Matco's junk, Snap-on's junk, Mac is junk." Is what you'll hear is they'll say, "My Harbor Freight is just as good as the Snap-on." Like you don't need to pay $300 for that because I bought this for $10 and it's just as good as the one I bought for $80 off of the truck. You know, that's usually what they do is make the comparison.
I'll go with what 113 was saying earlier. If you're doing light, just around the house, small, maybe some small repairs or something, Harbor Freight's probably okay. But if you're doing anything heavy duty, anything at all where it's going to break, that's where you got to start looking at better stuff.
You start running into some of that stuff because it's a 15 mil.
If it's your career, like I always say, if it's your career and you're doing it for customers, like what do you want to rely on for using your shit for tools? You know what I mean? Like you want to make sure that tool is going to last for you every day or something. That's the reason why I buy the shit I buy is because this is my living.
Sure.
You know, like I can't.
It's totally different deal. Totally different deal than I'm going to go
when I need a
do this for 5 minutes and won't use a tool again for a month. You know, it's totally different deal.
So some of my bigger tools, like the big wrenches that I've had to use for one nut here and there, a Harbor Freight tool set does me just fine. And when it and in 10 years when I've used it 6 times and it finally breaks, okay, darn, you know what I mean? But for like my socket set of stuff that I use on a daily basis, I try to get nice stuff.
Monster, make yourself hungry in the chat.
And that was the other thing is too, as guys were wanting to know what would be a better upgrade, not have to buy Snap-on when they don't have a tool dealer, and so then I started doing other tools. I was like, well, you got Capri, you got Tecton, you got a lot of other options out there other than Harbor Freight, and these aren't going to break
You're
the
right,
bank.
dudes.
Yeah,
you should. Yeah, you're right. If you've never used it, you can't say, "Oh, it's junk." You don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You totally
Some of these guys have never even been on a Snap-on truck, and that was a huge thing that I had to battle through. Like they're sitting there telling me how bad Snap-on sucks, and I'm like, "Where was your dealer at? How many times?" "Oh, I went on the truck. I bought a socket that was $28, and that was the biggest piece of crap I ever bought."
One socket, a piece of crap.
Yeah.
I mean, did it? I mean, okay. So this is my question: how is one socket a piece of crap? Like, did it break? Did it round over?
I don't even. I can go on this for days. Like, it's best to let me have this in the past and not even worry about explaining it to you guys because I don't need to. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like all the shit that I've had to go through has just been. And Tarek knows because he's been there right there the whole time.
Oh yeah,
it's just like crazy.
Well, it's funny. It's funny because actually, it wasn't all that long ago that I was accused of paying off CP to be mean to people. That's how fucking deep it got. That I was paying that behind the scenes. I was paying CP off to be mean to people, and basically I was paying CP to promote my views.
How much are you paying for people to be
views?
I'm down.
Your channel that you don't have at all.
Exactly.
I'll come on there and straight cuss them out. You pay me. Come on.
Yo, I thought we had drama before CP showed up on the scene. I thought we had some drama once or twice.
No, I don't play with drama. I squash it quick. I'm like,
why do you think I'm so laid back? Why do you think I'm so laid back with you guys? Like, because it's like I feel like I just walked into my house and sat down and like people even said already, they're like, dude, when you're on their stream, you're a completely different person. That's what I'm like, because I'm not walking on eggshells.
Well, look, you don't have to be,
not to be rude to them, but I don't need them. I get plenty of views. Most of them are subscribers either. Most of them are just people watching my how-to videos. But I get plenty of views. If you don't want to watch this shit, bye.
It's like a breath of fresh air, not having to like watch the chat to see who's upset and who's going to be mad about this or that. I mean, it's
calling people out for getting tools. Like here's the thing is the big thing is like calling people out about there's a lot of guys that lie. They get free tools and then they lie about it and say, "Oh, I did,"
how much shit do I talk about Fox Body Mustangs? And I have at least 7 followers that love Fox Body Mustangs. It's okay. It's all right.
Well, I was on with the Ford guys. I went on with the Ford guys last night, and we're bullshit. We're going back and forth. And at one point, I was like, I just gotta let you guys know up front here. I bag on Fords like all of the time.
Yeah, sure, why not?
And they were all like, "Oh no, we get it." I mean, if you're,
Hey,
I'm like,
dude, I can't even tell a guy that.
But
I can't even. I can't even tell.
I'm a diehard blue oval guy, but you talk all the shit you want. You know what I mean?
I don't even
talk all the shit you want.
I'm not brand loyal to anything.
I'm not a Chevy guy. I'm a car guy. I don't care.
Yeah. In general, I'm a car guy too. But honestly, for whatever reason, I worked for Ford for almost a decade, and I've always just leaned towards Fords. I buy trucks; they're always Fords. You know, I like them. But
I don't. So my.
But talk all the shit you want.
All of the Fords I've worked on throughout the years, it always seems like when the most fucked up things happen, they're on a Ford for some reason. Or, well, don't get me wrong, Volkswagen.
Fords sell a lot of vehicles.
The Germans are my most like. I will not touch a German car if I can get away with it. But,
see, and I think the reason that Fords aren't so. I think the reason that Fords aren't so bad is because when I went to school, it was for BMW and Mercedes. So after fucking with those, fucking with those, everything is a cakewalk.
Okay, what's up with this dude?
Yeah, we're going to have to watch Rebellion here.
I think the Rebellion is definitely a troll.
Well,
yeah.
You better.
Here you go.
Somebody got him, or you want me to get him?
If you can get, we'll see who gets to him first.
I couldn't see the chat earlier. Was he saying weird? Has he been saying weird shit?
Yeah.
He said, I'm
thinking this is weird, but now it's like, yeah.
I broke them hard.
And it's not even good, like funny. I don't know. It's just.
Yeah, I can get down. You know what? If you want to come be a troll and actually be original and
click on the link.
Funny. I can get down with some trolling like we do with each other, because apparently what we do is trolling. I learned that the hard way, essentially.
That's not really trolling.
Well, I mean, whatever. I don't know.
And the definition is trolling, but it's not trolling because we're just messing around. This dude was obviously not.
Cowards are the ones that are trolling. That's what they do, because this is their way to feel, like I always say, this is their way to feel like they're getting attention. Yeah. They're getting out there and they're pissed off. And see, he come in here because of Tarek, guaranteed. And me are on here. And these guys, once you get bigger, dude.
All right, Monster, watch it,
the bigger you get, the bigger.
Can we just block Monster?
You're always going to have them. I guarantee you can ask. I know a bunch of people that have YouTube channels, and they'll tell you the same thing. There's always these guys that they find something and they just stick on to you because you did something or said something to them that pissed them off, and they can't let it go. You know, I mean, I can't even tell a guy to not take an oil change, that he's dumb for doing what he does on his car. Like I said, I'm not going to do a service like that. It's not something I follow service procedures on, and then they literally lose their mind on me.
Yep.
Boom.
I have zero original content. I have zero videos on my I have 2 YouTube pages, zero on either of them. Only thing I've been on is streams with my friends and people I'm now meeting. I get hate email all the time for being some fake fuck, or either that or they think, or there's a bunch of people that think I'm some loaded ass dude. I work 7 days a week. I work hard for every penny I have. And I get emails with shopping lists of tools that they want me to send them.
Jealousy.
Sound like the tool community is way different than I thought it would be.
Yeah. And I was like, holy shit.
This is a peek behind the curtain that I'm like, I'm going to close it.
Every tool truck I've ever been on, they're all cool dudes, and they wouldn't be like, oh, my feelings are hurt. Yeah. You know, I don't get it.
Oh, my Snap-on and my Cornwell dealer, they'll talk shit about their own tools if they don't like them. You know what I mean? No, you don't want that piece of shit. I only got it on the truck because some idiot fucking ordered it last week. You know? Yeah. Or he'll be like, no. He'll be like, no. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna be useful to you. Like,
but that's
don't
what
waste
you
your
want,
money on that.
But when he says it's a good tool, you're gonna believe him.
Yeah. And you know what? And the thing is, for me, like I said, I'm a general contractor now. So me playing with cars and buying tools, it's they're not making me money. So I'm a walk on both of my dealers' trucks, and we have great relationships. My Snap-on dealer would do anything for me. My Cornwell dealer literally lives 2 miles down the road. He would do anything for me. I mean, even when I'm not buying shit from them, we're texting constantly and stuff. They're just great dudes. Yeah. Even if they weren't selling me shit, I would still want to know them.
Yeah, it's just such a weird vibe. Like, I never realized when I got into it that like it was going to be so like there's just here's the thing is though I think there's a lot of people that are not as well off, and that's not anybody's fault but their own. You know, like you have the opportunity, same opportunities I do, or Tarek does, or anybody does. And I don't knock you for that.
There's no reason to hate somebody because they have, you know, they're doing okay or better.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And the other thing is,
instead of worrying about if they're doing better, you know, how can you do better? That's
see, and this is like, and I know CP's heard me say this a million times and stuff. You know, everyone, like, so many people are fucking jealous these days. You shouldn't be jealous. You should be envious. You should want to strive to do more. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, instead of being jealous,
no one wants to go out there and work for it. They see you got it given to you, and and that it should be given to them, and that's the mentality, especially where you are.
You know, people bitch about it.
But then you got the same mentality on that wasted where people say, "Oh, I had to work for this, and you're getting it for free." Just because you had to work for it, don't mean that they can't get it for free.
I've never once complained about something. You know what? I've never once complained about someone getting something for free. You know what? Get it for free. Good on you. Good on you.
Free. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying but I know what you mean. Though some people are like
for something or work less hard for something. Who cares? Just because you had to work harder doesn't mean it's not, you know, good for them.
Well, no,
exactly.
I tend to be more of when, you know, it's like straight up handouts, like, you know, like go get a freaking job. I swear.
Well, it's one thing to beg to get it, but it's like another thing to be, you know, be like, hey man, you know, like you won this or something like that.
Or a sponsorship or something like that.
That's totally different. But if you're one of these guys that's sitting there emailing every friggin' company, every friggin' person that's like, oh, I need this, I need that. I stubbed my toe last week, you know.
That's what I'm about to do, though.
You know,
I'm about to email a bunch of companies.
You know,
hey, you want to sponsor this build? Do you want to sponsor this build?
I scratched my nose when I was picking it. I mean, it gets old.
It never even dawned on me until 2 years into doing this to even do a video about telling people how I started and where I got from. And I was surprised that the amount of subscribers that I had that actually said, wow, I never would have guessed that you were like, I thought you were younger and that you basically, you know, bought all this stuff and had a bunch of debt. And I was like, no, I started 20 years ago doing this.
Yep.
Right,
that's why I started getting all this.
Yeah.
None of this happened overnight. I've been building this. It was a goal of mine to do this. And I had a little Craftsman toolbox, like almost everybody else has, a little place to put tools. And then I started building my set and kept growing and growing and growing.
Well, I am.
And that's
I really
all
am about to go beg for sponsor. I'm not really begging. I'm just going to send an email saying, "Hey, if you want to be a sponsor, this is what we can offer you."
It's also different. But it's also different because you're gonna be filming it and building it around a series versus
and they're going to be sponsor on
versus a nobody that's just saying, "Hey, I'm little Timmy from around the corner, and I clipped my fingernails too short. So now I want you to send me anything out of your catalog that you will."
Yeah.
They got pissed at me when I first started because I had people hit me up almost immediately, wanting to send me tools, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So I took the tools and then immediately got hate away, and I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Well, I don't want to do this then because people are clearly pissed off that I'm getting free tools." In fact, Olsa is one of them. The first people that send me tools was Olsa. So I decided right then I wasn't going to do it. And then I was like, people like, why would you turn down that stuff and you're going to buy everything? I'm like, well, sure. Why not? I'm going to buy it anyways. You know, like what difference does it make?
I'll take a sponsor, but as long as they know, it's like when I talked to Olsa Tools, I said, if it's not good, I'll tell people it's not good. I mean, it's what it is. If it was good, I'm not going to be like out there on, oh, that's the best. I like this. This is all it's going to be.
I like the people that I deal with, and not only that, I started on this channel because I was already dealing with these people for 20 years, and that's the thing is, like, I already had the ends to them.
Yeah, so, I'm CP knows I also have a shit ton of tools and stuff, all professional grade, just like him.
Look, you already hurt Wasted Talents Fabrications feelings.
Listen, I'm getting out of my work pants.
We don't want to see that.
Don't hurt our feelings. You're right.
Yeah, but like CP, you know, I'm 36 and I started in the shop when I was 16. So it's like, again, it's not like you don't start this shit when you're 30 and then you know, people start seeing it and they're like, how'd you do that overnight? It's like, no, this is, you know, you can't.
Well, you wouldn't believe how often I have people be like, so all these cars you got, who you working on those for? And it's like, they're mine.
That's what kills me though. People want to get in your business. Like YouTube opens up like the small town mentality. Like people want to just, and then here's the best part about it: they ride you, and they become your best subscribers, and some of them will actually friend you and like try to get in, and then they just snake you and from behind. That's the worst part.
Oh, really?
It's like that's what the biggest problem I've had on YouTube.
I don't know anything about that.
Oh yeah, neither do I.
This guy beside you dudes or whatever, he's your new friend. So
I'm your new best friend, man.
Like, that's the worst part about it. I don't have any ill will towards people. Like I never think about that shit. Like I'm not jealous of Cletus McFarland. I'm not jealous of any of those guys.
Why would you?
I like watching this stuff, and I'm always like, I look at the cool fun aspect. I'm always looking to have more fun. That's all I ever want to do.
Yeah.
And then
I'll say, boy, I wish I had some disposable income like that. But it's not jealousy.
I'll say I'm usually upset and jealous because I'm not willing to do what they do to get it. Yeah. I'm mad at me. I'm not mad at them. Yeah. They're doing them, but I get pissed off myself. Like I could go do that, rip people off. I don't give a shit. I'll just fly my way through this crap. I can't do that.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot of time on your knees and dropping your pants to build that.
Right.
Well, you got it.
Never done it before, never do it now.
Well, listen, you were in the Army, so
yeah,
we didn't do that. I wasn't in the Navy. You're right.
That's why I came.
He's an air seaman.
That's why I became friends with you guys.
Airman, damn it.
I liked how you guys were talking. I was like, these guys are cool, and I want to get into the car community more too.
Yeah.
And I like still doing my tool stuff, but I want to do more car stuff.
Well,
and
I want to say that the tool community is or the car community is a little less like your tool community from what I've seen. But I don't know. I mean, we're not in. And the reason I say that is because like when Zip Ties, when Zip Ties comes in and he brings his fan, there's no the fandom. There is no like what we get in what we've seen in CP's fandom, world.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And from some of the other car community shows that I've watched, I don't see the things that you're telling us about.
I haven't either.
Community.
I've been watching them for a long time, and that's why.
I'm sure there's some softies out there in the car community. I'm sure there is, but I don't think there is.
Not near as bad as the tool people.
Exactly. I don't think
people are terrible.
No.
Yeah. And I would have never fucking guessed that. Well, that would have never been something that I thought about.
Well, tool people, it's kind of like if you just label people as Ford people or Chevy people. You get into those conversations with people that are hardcore in one thing they think they're right in. It gets dumb. Like I actually spelled it out in a video I did a long time ago. And I believe in justified hate. And there was a long time ago where I'd be like, oh, those Honda guys, I hate those guys because they're little rice burner dudes. But then I got to the point where it's like, if they're willing to work on a car, I don't care what it is.
Okay, hold on, dude.
I've accepted that too. I used to be a Chevy, diehard Chevy guy.
Hey, squawful in every way. But if somebody, that's their thing, I don't care.
Right. Well, most of them will pay somebody to do it.
That's what you need to do with that Dodge, Cletus.
Make it a spotter?
Squatted truck.
Oh my god.
He's got it right there.
Dude, Mike just about 2 inches. I'm telling you,
this week it's gone.
It's got all the right clicks and bangs. It'll be fine.
This dude is
most of the people that I've met from your guys' community and throughout like Vice Grip Garage, please. A lot of people, it's just so different how people are not like malice or malicious to people as bad as what I've seen. And like people made videos about me, even like people have made videos about me. Like and not only that, it's stupid. It's like because if I don't say everything perfect and I can't even have fun sometimes because I have to be so precise and so like it's become like even that's why I say don't come watch my channel if you don't because I have to do things on that are very kind of dry somewhat in my opinion. Yeah. Because they're just like I'm giving you the facts, and people like that they want to know the facts about stuff. A lot of people were okay with being lied to before. Once I started telling the truth about stuff and what was actually going on, then it all changed everything.
Yeah. Well, and like no exaggeration. Not CP and I both have been the victims of video people making videos badgering us for nonsense. But also another thing that happened. And it probably still is happening. And another reason CP has to kind of be stopped with on the streams is there is a certain somebody that likes to record them and then roll it back and then start being like, this is why he's wrong. This is why he's a piece of shit. This is why it's this. This is why it's
trying to call you
making
racist.
content off your content.
Yeah, trying to say I'm racist or whatever.
This is why. Yeah,
I probably am.
This is why. Yeah,
they try to twist.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like the fact that you have that much time to record it, roll it back, and then make special inserts of why this guy is a piece of shit off of this one stream. I mean, and it's just like, dude.
Well, I've said that forever.
Wasted time.
It's good now. It's been good now. It's been good now for a while.
It has been.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like everything's been straight.
I probably
for a
jinxed
while
it.
now.
I honestly probably just fucking jinxed it, but
yeah, like don't get it wrong. Like it's been really good for a while. For like the last probably 4 or 5 months.
I've been in this really automotive community YouTube for technically since 2009, but really 2019 is when I started really pushing it. But even before that, I'd get on here and watch people stuff, talk with them. It's the only drama I've ever had was just a little while ago with somebody that didn't understand what's going on. I guess it was a misunderstanding, and they just totally went off. So,
well, see, I'd like to say this too. Like, I gave up on hating people a long time ago because I just don't have the time for it.
Exactly.
I don't care. Like, if you want to be mad at me and you want to hate me and you want to try to hurt my life, I'm never going to care about you. So you should just know that up front.
You literally
I've been the same way now too.
Oh
I'm
my
just
God.
like, let him go.
Did you guys
I
see
tell
the
Tariff
video?
all the time, I'm like, it ain't worth it. I don't even get phased by it anymore. I
literally think more about my morning turd.
Yeah,
what is it?
Exactly. I don't even think about like I stopped watching the people's channels that were causing drama altogether. Like I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to support you if you're going to.
The people that I'm talking about, I act like I don't even know who they are. I'm like, who's that?
Yeah, exactly.
You guys seen this guy before? This guy right here.
Oh
yeah. Ricky.
John Michael.
Did you see the real apology he just did?
No.
Oh my God!
No.
So listen, you're gonna get you'll get demonetized if I play.
What did he get?
You can play a clip. You can play up to a certain amount.
I don't want to play with that. So this dude, he did a sincere. So apparently, people have been sending him letters and like going in on him for cussing, how he needs to change his ways. And I'll paraphrase it for you, but he basically goes on a very sincere apology to every one of them for leading them on to thinking that he gave a fuck about what they think.
What?
So good.
Bill Murray today. They went after Bill Murray today over an incident that happened 10 years ago with Lucy Liu. I saw on the news.
Oh yeah.
Really?
And I was
What the fuck were they mad about? Breadstick and Bobby or whatever the fucking
because he cusses too much and he needs to get that out of his content and blah blah blah. To the point people are mailing him. He brings it like he does the whole thing and he plays it off perfect until the very end when he hits it and it's he did such a good job.
I'm gonna have to look it up. What happened to the days if you don't like it, keep it fucking scrolling.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Politics.
No one's forcing you to watch this shit. If you don't like it, keep it fucking moving.
Yeah.
We're in a different time, fellas. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know,
Yeah.
we have too much. There's too much
keyboard
communication. We're sitting in the middle of it.
Everybody wants their opinion to come out of somebody else's mouth. That's.
I mean, it's fucking sad that I mean, everything has to have a fucking disclaimer. Everything has to tell you not to try it at home. Everything has to say don't fucking eat this, don't fucking eat that. I mean, gee, how fucking stupid are we?
Well,
I mean, come
this
on.
social media thing's still a pretty new thing. I think.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to boil down and everybody's going to get used to it and all that. But right now it's new, so everybody's just trying to get in their tribe and be right.
Well, see, here's the thing. You take a local group of, let's say, racists. Let's use racists as an example. You take a local group of racists. They have to try to secretly gather more racists in their group. You know, the community is going to destroy their group because the larger amount of community is going to be against them. When you put them on social media and they have the ability to gather far and wide and come together on the internet, they become a very large group of stupid people. So then there's not a big enough group to censor them so that somebody has to get involved in doing that. But then the censorship becomes the problem for the larger mass.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm a big fan of BLM. Bang Lonely Moms. Bang Lonely Moms. Isn't that the right group?
So
I think that's it.
When that started, I was wondering what the hell
We
was
just
going
got
on with the Bureau of
demonetized.
Land Management. I was
So
like,
was I because
in Oregon, BLM is everywhere. You know, I grew up in BLM roads.
Yeah, my family growing up, my family owned hundreds of acres out in Sisters, and all our property was back behind Hoodoo and Black Butte, and it backed up. The whole back of the property was BLM land, and so when all this BLM shit started popping up, I'm like, what the fuck is Bureau of Land Management doing? Like, what are they trying to reclaim? What is going on here? Yeah. And then someone was like, I was like, why are people? And I didn't realize. I thought people were protesting Bureau of Land Management. Like, I was so fucking dumbfounded because I was like, what has Bureau of Land Management ever done to anyone? Are people pissed that they're trying to clean the forest so they don't all fucking burn down? Like, what is actually going on? And I figured out, oh no, it's these crazy fucks who took the same acronym setting the city on fire. That's what it is.
It turns out outside of Oregon, apparently they don't call it BLM anywhere else.
No.
So I don't know.
I never knew it was, you know. I mean, like and the thing is, they disappeared after the election, and all is well.
Weird.
You know,
well, they were opportunists. It was 100% an opportunist situation. I mean, hey, let's all go burn something and steal stuff. Yeah.
Well, this is what like you canceled.
Yeah. Well, like you were talking about, and like you were talking about your racist, where you get a little bit, to go. It's that few that ruined it for the all. You know what I mean? There was a few that
ruined the point.
The main group had a message, but the few came in, did the bad shit, and then ruined any kind of good message or any message you thought was good because you started doing stupid shit, and then what happens? People are sheep and they follow the bad.
Yep. So, so what do you guys think about the electric Mustang SUV?
Wow, we're changing gears hard here.
The Mach-E 1 or whatever.
I don't know.
The Mach-E 1 or whatever. I haven't driven one. I've seen two. I don't know why they. I don't know why they. No, I don't. I mean, it's a crossover. It's not a fucking Mustang.
Listen, do we need to go back? There's not the first time they've called something a Mustang.
In 1996, they were trying to make the probe into the Mustangs.
Yeah.
Were they really?
That was actually not a bad car, though.
The Probe GT, the Probe GTs are actually kind of. I mean,
and the worst part is, we lost the Stealth to the Viper, and as far as I'm concerned, that could have been an awesome thing.
So what do you guys think about the new Ford Maverick truck?
How about the new Bronco? That's a bigger disappointment than the Mustang.
The basic
full size isn't though.
The basic Bronco. It looks like a fucking the new Liberty or whatever.
Bronco 2. It should have said Bronco 2.
The Dodge I just got. It's a Mopar.
And I always hated the Bronco 2s. I always thought they looked like a giant fucking aquarium on wheels.
But there's actually they didn't fuck it up as bad as Chevy did with the Blazer. That was a missed opportunity. Like
the new Blazer?
Yeah.
Which one?
It's the brand new Blazer.
We're talking S10s. We're talking the crossover.
It's supposed to be like a
Blazer, the newest.
It's supposed to be like a retro K5 looking thing, like they do with the Bronco. But they missed the mark so far.
The Blazer is just a Equinox.
Exactly. Yep.
Equinox.
Little bigger Equinox. Yeah.
Not the Equinox. No, the Equinox is smaller.
Traverse.
It's the exact same chassis as the Traverse.
Yep.
It's like a Honda Ridgeline. It's like a Honda Ridgeline. There's the minivan.
They just totally missed the mark on it, though.
And the Pilot.
They really did.
And the Pilot.
They really did.
Come on, it's not that bad, is it?
What?
The new Blazer?
He's talking about my Ram.
He's talking about the Ram. The Ram is that bad.
Because they were saying he like Mopar. Who else has a Mopar? And I'm like, I got the Ram.
I mean,
the Ram and the Toyota are very similar looking.
I'll be honest. I was shocked how fucking jacked the inside of that Ram was from how decent the outside looked.
Right.
Yeah.
Me too.
Like I would have been, like if I pulled up on that, I would have been like, "Fuck, this is a winner."
I don't know if you guys could see my face yesterday.
But I could
in that nice clothing, and she just takes it off. Whoa!
I could just imagine the disappointment when you crack that door and you're just like,
you could hear it in its voice.
Like you got to go out. It's like going out with the girl after she just finished the fucking gangbang.
Yeah,
it was
right after.
Yeah,
so I think I summed it up perfectly when somebody asked somebody said, "What does it smell like?" And I said, "It smells like regret."
Yeah,
exactly.
That was perfect.
All the regrets.
How much was it? How much did you pay for it?
$700 is what I got in it. So,
I mean, if it has a good drivetrain,
it does.
I mean, the body looks good.
Man.
I mean, on video, the body looks good. I mean, it looks like it needs a new fucking fart stain seat and a couple interior panels.
I probably wouldn't change the seat. I'll probably just put a seat cover on it or something. The seats.
You gotta just do it. Put in five. Get some fucking duct tape and a Baja blanket. What
I'm talking about doing a real cheap build on a real cheap thing on it and just selling it. So,
do you have does it have the door panels or the door panels just gone?
They're gone.
She gone.
How do you lose? How do the door panels just go missing?
They sold that stuff. You can tell somebody stripped that thing.
You think someone was gonna start stripping it out?
No, I think someone was tweaking hard in there.
Yeah, that was their meth mobile.
Yeah, $20 was $20.
If you take those things off and they're in that heat down there, you take those things off, they snap
That's true. They get brittle and they get that fucking that.
We don't get too much brittle down here. It's not Arizona heat.
We don't get brake lines. You don't get interior. That's how it works.
Yeah,
we get interior. No, it's not Arizona heat here. We get interiors. I got interiors on old 60 cars. They're fine. I think what they did was, from what I could tell, is they're trying to upgrade the stereo. And I'm guessing they lost it or said because they put new speakers in the door and they ran. Oh no, they did a terrible job. But
did they run the speaker wire like
stereo back?
Like instead of running through the grommet, it's like up over the fucking fender and
through the grommets.
Cletus, let me tell you this: if I have to do a window motor on a '90s Dodge here, I automatically include a new door panel. That's here in Iowa. Oh yeah, so I had to do a heater core. Check this out. I did a heater core last year on a '99 Dodge. Yeah, I did a heater core on a '99 Dodge, and I quoted like the guy brought it in, and the thing was pristine. And I go, "Here's the problem, fella. That dash, I cannot get apart without getting a crack in it or breaking it somewhere."
They're always junk. That and the driver's seat on them Dodges.
Is there enough dash to even get a pad, like a carpet pad?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought there was a bit of
marble everywhere.
There's no dash.
I mean, dude, I could literally take this towel and throw it at the dash, and it would fall through a Dodge dash. That's how bad they are. I know they're terrible. Now I just had I did that plastic welding video. That was on a Nissan that came from Arizona.
You're not plastic welding a Dodge.
Yeah.
Listen, that Dodge, that thing's dust in the wind is what that dash was.
Yeah. Dude, they are so amazingly brittle. It's not even fun. I can't even tell you.
And I was thinking about it. I may just take a blanket and kind of lay it up on there and let the next person who gets it deal with it because I'm selling it cheap.
They make those carpet dash pads.
Yeah,
I know, but it's going to fall in. So why am I going to buy that? I'll just take an old blanket.
Well,
hot glue a little carpet, little cardboard on it, and then put that shit on it. It's all good.
No, I honestly see a lot of guys do the dash pads, and it looks better with the dash pad on it. Just for the simple fact
you can buy the plastic dash cover that pops on and looks good for like $100, less than $100, and it looks good. It works good.
Both my OBS boards have one of those DZ carpet ones. They fit really nice, but if you don't have a dash, they fucking suck.
Yeah, it's just gonna fall right in. So.
You got to have something to actually support it.
Grant Drizzle says I agree. I don't have major problems with Dodge trucks. Like, I don't see the problems here with them like I do. Like, everybody said there were bad transmissions. I'd still say Chevys are worse. There has been transmission issues, but I do have a soft spot for those older Dodges as far as mechanically. I think the front ends are junk on them. You replace a lot of suspension parts, but otherwise, like, start and run and drive, like, they were pretty reliable. I really like them. But the interior stuff, the door handles, like, they're just they're just not well. They're not. They're just like a GM, though, I guess. Kind of as far as like an LS motor, they run and drive good, but they fall apart everywhere else.
Does that have the 5.2 in it?
5.9. I'm pretty sure.
5.9.
I'm gonna look tomorrow because I think it's 5.9, but it might be 5.2. I don't know.
They put a lot of 3.6, 5.9s in those trucks. There's not as many 5.2s.
No, actually,
and as long as you don't get a 4.7, you're good.
Yeah.
Well, the 4.7 was a lot later. I think 4.7 was the old.
Yeah, the later years. But the 4.7s blow up like that. They're terrible.
Yeah, I'm not a 4.7 fan. I'm not really a 5.7 fan either, but it's better than 4.7.
I do nothing but swaps on them for the bigger motors.
The 4.7s also had a big oil consumption problem and shit too.
That's why they blew up. Yep. And it didn't matter what you did with them; they still blew up, even if you did the recall.
No,
did the oil.
Because I remember back in the day there was a TSB to like remind people that like every third tank that you were probably going to be like a quart low.
That might be honestly the worst motor of the millennial. That might be one of the worst motors of the millennial, the 4.7.
Oh, the millennial. Yeah, I was going to say 2.7. I guess. Well, 2.7 was still around in the millennial.
No, I'm talking about the 4.7. 4.7 liter might have been. I've seen more of those engines blown up than Ecotechs, and I see a lot of Ecotechs.
What about the 2.7 in the old Chryslers and stuff?
Oh, they used to catch on fire.
Original, or the Dodge Chargers and all them.
Yeah, they caught on fire. They were turds. A lot of those disappeared around here. I see a lot more 3.5s, and I don't even see the 2.7s.
You won't see too many 2.7s anymore because they're gone. They're junk.
Well, because they were like the first gen Chargers, like the very first ones.
And very few of the first Chargers had
Chrysler 300Ms or whatever it's called.
Yep. Bunch of 300s had them. The first 300s in 2005. A lot of them because that was the first year.
They were told a Concorde with that motor in it.
But
the things are like crazy.
Yeah, the 2.7 still not as bad as the 4.7.
Really?
The 4.7 was absolutely. Yeah, I will tell you this much.
I'll buy something with a 4.7, but if it has 2.7 in it, I'm giving no more than $100.
Didn't the 4.7s also have a big issue with fucking even if you actually maintained it? Didn't they also have a big issue with sludge buildup and shit too?
Yes.
The 2.7 did for sure. The 4.7 they had a coolant issue. Or the coolant jackets or something.
They had a coolant and an oil consumption issue. I'm telling you, dude. I have seen more of those engines blown up than I have seen any other engine.
What are you talking about? They consume fluids. They're good.
They're fully hydrated. They are fully hydrated.
Fully hydrated. You can't try that out.
A 350 leaked fluids, where the 4.7 just killed them all in and ran it out the tailpipe, and that's not good.
Right.
So
it's all relative.
In fact, this is how bad they are.
The head gaskets on the 4.7s would go eat so easy.
When people would ask for doing when they had engine that blew up in a 4.7, we automatically talk about swapping it to a Hemi or upgrading the motor because there's more times that we replaced it with a 4.7, even a junkyard. Like if we tried to go that route, they would still blow up. That's how bad it was. You couldn't even take a chance. I would actually take a chance on doing a 2.7 swap from a junkyard motor on a low mileage motor than I would doing a 4.7.
You couldn't pay me to take a 4.7 out of the junkyard.
Yeah,
you could pay me to take a 2.7 out of the junkyard. You could take a whole car with 2.7 in it. But I guess if you got a 2.7 in it, you could fit a 3.7 in it.
3.5.
3.7, 3.5, either one, 3.7 is like the ones that put in the Jeeps, not.
You're talking about this Dodge gibberish.
Yeah.
But the 3.7 was rear wheel drive. I think 2.7 was
Dodges are big money for me.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
They all need
electrical problems.
I'm going to wrap this up, guys. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I got to go to bed.
This is, I know. There's 20 people in here.
If
y'all want, I can leave this running and y'all can.
No.
Do whatever y'all got.
No,
I'm sure most of us got work in the morning, so.
Well, I don't, but I got stuff I got to do.
So,
I don't work on lazy
4 hours.
Yeah, no, I'm one of them guys that hadn't had a job since 2019, so.
Is that
I got to do stuff.
In the tool community, you would be called out for People would be concerned about your ability to. They're just like I've heard all sorts of shit, dude.
People know that I'm joking. I hope I don't know. They don't
no. I mean, I'm just saying,
but that's because I have my military disability plus my
right. No, it doesn't matter. I don't even care.
Yeah, you don't have to explain it to us.
Hey, if you're an actual male stripper on the side, I don't even care.
I'm envious. I wish I could say that I hadn't had to work since 2019.
Now that guy's in here.
Oh shit! Look at this dude in here all of a sudden. You can't go to bed now. Look at this.
Yeah. Kunis is in here.
Oh no. It's old unzipping flies and blowing guys is in the.
Unzipping flies and touching guys.
Touching guys. That's what the new one was.
I guess come in and say hi, Zip. We're about to go, man.
I'm taking off now.
If y'all really want, I can leave this plan. Y'all can.
Yeah.
See you later, 113.
CIA. I appreciate everybody coming in. Everybody in the chat. Thanks, everybody.
Everyone's leaving now.
See
No one can hang for stuffed with penis anymore.
Stuffed with penis.
Cool. Y'all have a good night. Hopefully, y'all get some work done tomorrow. Won't be blaming me because you ain't get shit done.
Well, I'm blaming you.
Oh, I'm blaming.
Yeah, that's fine.
100%. Your fault.
Yeah. That's all. Y'all have a good night, guys.
Night.
All right, later, bud.